You've been watching play-by-play coverage of NCAA Division II football featuring the Shepherd University Rams and the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Today's telecast has been brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance, Milestone Realty, the Sutton and Janelle Law Firm, Orsini's Home Store, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Palace Lounge, and the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm. TV 10 Sports thanks you for watching today's presentation of Shepherd University Rams football. All rights reserved.
Panther Stadium just outside of Columbus, Ohio. Nick Verzolini, Travis Smith ready to get the Shepherd Rams football season underway as Division II football is back on TV 10 and the WRNR YouTube channel. Travis, we got a good one for the fans at home tonight as Shepherd makes the trip to Columbus, and two really good teams as they take on the Ohio Dominican Panthers.
Absolutely. You look at both of these squads, and they are led by two dynamic quarterbacks. For Ohio Dominican, you have Evan Ernst coming off of a monster season. And last year's matchup really had a good game against the Shepherd Rams, completing 79% of his passes for 273 yards and 2 touchdowns. And on the other side, not to be outdone, Travis Bajan has won just about every individual accolade that you can think of. He's been nominated for every award across the board. And last game, he also had a very good contest against Ohio Dominican, throwing for 358 yards on 69% passing completion, also 2 touchdowns. So two teams led by very good quarterbacks, and both teams are really expecting big things this season.
A 24-21 win for Ohio Dominican, the only matchup between those two teams. And Travis, you look back on that game, and Shepherd had a lead. It was a 21-10 lead at one point, and then turnovers really became the key down the stretch to allow the Panthers to get back into that game and then eventually take the lead.
And that's the one thing you can't do. You can't.
WVU Medicine East Heart and Vascular Institute has expanded and is now accepting new patients with the recruitment of new board-certified cardiologists and interventional cardiologists, as well as the addition of 2 new offices. The WVU Medicine East Heart and Vascular Institute team can provide the best in heart care to our region. For more info on the cardiology services provided nearby in Martinsburg, Winchester, and now in Hagerstown and Shepherdstown, go to our website at mywvuheart.com.
Conveniently located at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg, Sunset Car Wash's staff specializes in keeping your car clean. From our famous 3-minute cloth wash to our touchless automatic and 6 self-serve bays, we offer whatever preference you have for your car wash needs. If your vehicle could talk, it would say, "Take me to Sunset Car Wash." At Sunset Car Wash at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg, locally owned and operated.
He drives, he shoots, he missed, he missed!
Oh man, where are the chips?
We'll be right back. Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve. That's what we mean by treating you like family.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com.
NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at whmsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TrippsFloorSanding.com. You need to keep your vehicle in good working order, but car and truck repairs can be very costly. Bears Repair in Martinsburg performs all kinds of auto repairs at prices most often well below their competition. Bears Repair offers tune-ups, oil change and lubrication, small and large engine and transmission repair, wheel balancing, front-end alignment, exhaust system replacement, air conditioning checks, auto inspections, and new tires. Stop by for a free estimate at Bears Repair, 904 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Phone 262-0208. Bears Repair.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Why Apple Valley Chevrolet Toyota in Martinsburg? Because we're a name you can trust. And you can trust that you'll always find a large selection of over 400 new Chevrolets and a wide selection of new Toyotas at unbeatable prices. How unbeatable? Well, we will not be beat on any deal on any new Chevrolet or Toyota. That's right. You will not find a lower price, guaranteed. From Chevy Cruzes, Malibus, Impalas, Equinox, Suburbans, Silverados, to Toyota Yaris, Corollas, Camrys, Avalons, and more. No one beats an Apple Valley Chevrolet Toyota deal. And remember to check your mailbox for this month's specials and great savings. Simply put, if you're in the market or will soon be in the market for a new or newer vehicle, check out all that Apple Valley Chevrolet Toyota has to offer. We're Apple Valley Chevrolet Toyota in Martinsburg, or online at applevalleychevy.com. That's applevalleychevy.com. Apple Valley Chevrolet Toyota, a name you can trust.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience, family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. Our conversation brought to you by Parsons Ford. They became number one by making you number one first. Nick Verzolini now joined by Shepherd University Rams head coach Ernie McCook. Coach, gotta feel good to finally start the season after what's been a long wait.
Yeah, we're all pretty excited. We can't wait to play the game and go against somebody different. And it's been 642 days since we've played a real football game, and I think our kids are excited about that. I know we're tired of beating on each other with camp and looking forward to playing a different opponent.
Do you get a sense of urgency from the team? I mean, now that it's finally game week and it's finally going to happen?
Our guys have been embracing any opportunity they have to play football, and whether it's in the spring game that we played, practice. Our guys have done a tremendous job through this pandemic, and I think they're feeling the reward of being able to go and compete against a really good football team in Ohio Dominican.
You guys lost to them last time you played, and you had a lead in that game, so obviously it's a new team, new year, but a little bit of chance to get revenge on that one.
Well, Ohio Dominican is a really good football team, and I think they're well coached in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams. And I think the team that's going to come out on top is going to be the one that makes the least mistakes. We made way too many mistakes in 2019. Hopefully we've learned from it, and we're going to be a better football team when we kick it off Thursday night.
Coach, you mentioned in your preseason press conference how you had a lot of guys coming back that had decided, they wanted to be a part of this year's football team, even if they could have, suspended their careers, I guess, professionally. So what does that say to you, and what does that say about your team?
Well, I think we have a hungry football team. We have a mature football team, and we have a football team that loves football. So when you have those ingredients, I think you have a chance to be special, and we have that. We just have to get it going, knock the rust off, and get the cobwebs out, and get in sync quick and play a good football team.
Offensively, you have, one of the best quarterbacks in Division II in Tyson Bagent. some good weapons at wide receiver as well. So what are you looking for out of your offense?
Well, you know, Tyson's the leader. Everything goes through him on offense, and he does a great job keeping us balanced. You know, he gives us the ability to be effective in the run game when we want to run the football. He can make every throw there is on the field. I feel really good about our offensive line, our running backs, our wide receiving core, our tight ends, fullbacks. I think we have a very solid football team, really in all three phases.
How much do you think having that offense has helped your defense this year? Because obviously, especially linebacker, you have a lot of experience returning.
Yeah, our defense has always been really stout, well coached, very disciplined, and a hungry defense. And I think that we feed off of each other to make each other better with the competition that we do in practice.
What stands out to you about this Ohio Dominican team?
Just that they're well coached and don't make many mistakes. You know, they play hard. They're always going to be lined up right. They're always going to be running to the football in defense. They're not going to turn the football over on offense, and we're going to try and force that. Coach Cummings has done a tremendous job there. They're always in the playoff hunt. They're always playing for their conference championship. So this is a real opener, a tough opener for us, but it also help us set the tone for the entire 21 football season.
All right, that does it for our conversation with head coach Ernie McCook. Presented to you by Parsons Ford. They became number one by making you number one first. We'll be back with more on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show.
He drives, he shoots, he missed, he missed.
Oh man, got the chips.
We'll be right back. Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons number one for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became number one by making you number one first. Parsons.
How we used to change the channel.
Honey, can you change the channel?
Sure.
How we used to order food.
What can I get you, hon?
Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. We now go in the huddle with Rams defensive end Jawan Addison. Jawan, first game of the season. It's been a long time coming, and got to feel good to be back on the field this week.
Yeah, definitely. We had a lot of preparation coming into this week, and, we've been hustling all week, been hustling all spring. I've had like 3 spring balls in a row, so finally getting back on the field, so I'm excited for that.
How much do you think having such a talented offense has really helped you guys prepare for this one with going against Tyson and all those guys they have on the offensive side of the ball every day?
Yeah, I definitely think we have we have some of the best offensive tackles in the nation. So going against them every day, iron sharpens iron. So with that being said, I get good reps, a good bump every day. So pretty confident in my game this year.
Your defense, D-line wise, you guys have a lot of veteran guys, a lot of experience playing together. So what do you think helps having that defensively, especially with the D-line, knowing how each other play?
Yeah, I think we've molded together real good. I've been here since 2016. And so has the nose guard. Chris, he played as a true freshman in 2017, so him and Ricky. So we've all been together. We all know each other, and we all, have been adapted to each other over the years.
I know there's a lot of guys on this team that came back for this year, you being one of those ones as well. What did it mean to you to want to continue to play at Shepherd and be a part of this team?
Yeah, definitely how we went out, against Slippery Rock, just left a bad taste in my mouth. Definitely want to go out on a high note, so I thought, my senior year has to be the year. So whether I have to wait a year or 2 to play, I just wanted to get it done with.
Anybody maybe that people don't know about that's standing out to you on the defensive side of the ball?
I don't even want to say it. I think, people have to tune in and watch the show.
I got you. How do you think the overall defense will play this year?
Yeah, I think as a whole, we're going to get it done. We're going to be in the backfield, causing havoc, and I think our DBs and our linebackers can get the job done as well.
What have you seen so far about this Ohio Dominican team? What stands out to you?
They got a really good quarterback. So, he's real efficient. He's precise. Like, he knows what he wants to do in the pocket. And, they just got a good scheme. So they know what they do, and they do it well. So we just have to, go out there and do what we prepared to do.
All right, that's all I got, man. Thanks for joining us on In the Huddle.
All right, thank you.
This is In the Huddle, brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors John Everson and Phil McCoy. Call Ameriprise Financial Services at 304-263-4343 or stop by their offices at 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. Our conversation brought to you by Parsons Ford. They became number one by making you number one first. Nick Verzolini now joined.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's time for Inside Stuff with B-Ruff. Today I'm joined with Ponce de Leon, a star defensive back for the Shepherd Rams. So Ponce, tell me, how does it feel to be back on campus after a year away?
Well, due to like whole COVID and everything, it was kind of, scary. Right. And like I did have my concerns whether if I'm going to get it and come back home with my family. But after, taking precautions and making the sacrifice that we did and that this team did, right. I feel like it was very great to be back. It was exciting. I love being back here in Shepherd Rams Stadium, so I felt great.
Yeah. What is something that Shepherd football means to you, and how has that changed over the years?
Shepherd's football, I know for a long time there's been a culture, of winning. There's been a culture of sacrifice and a culture of hard work.
For sure.
So I know for me, coming to here, I learned more about that and how to sacrifice for your teammates and how to work hard for your teammates as well. So I feel like that's how it changed me to be a better man and just to be a better football player as well.
That's great. Now, here's a little more personal. Describe your game and tell me who some of your earliest influences were.
For me, playing football, I was always on the defensive side. I didn't really like offense, but I know if I were to look at it, I feel like who I would look at as like a role model on how to be. Yeah. I'm not saying that my play is like that, but like Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, and them like that. But my play, I feel like would be more like a Tyrann Mathieu, Budda Baker. Yeah. With them being my height and being able to plug them anywhere on the field and them to, come out on top. That's kind of what I look at as well.
And you're someone who's played the star. You've played outside linebacker. You've played safety. You've played corner here, even in camp. So tell me a little bit, is that some of the key pieces of your game versatility?
Yes. I feel like one thing I learned from a safety that used to be here, he told me be able to know the playbook. So right. You know the playbook, you stay on the field longer as well. So yeah, all these positions are different, but I know what's going on. So if I'm a safety, I know what the corner's doing, I know what the linebacker's doing, I know what the D-line is doing. And then over the break and over time, I've been training with my coach, Coach Bo, DB Sensei, and he helped me as well, just become more of a DB as well. And just, at the end of the day, it is football. Yeah. So not really that difficult. So.
Yeah. All right, so defensively, what are some of the key pieces to this year's team that you think are going to be huge?
I think the whole defense is a key piece. There's not just one person, but just like from our D-line, from our back forwards, everyone is just older, they're locked in, they know what's happening, they've been here, they know the culture of Shepherd. Sure. So I feel like there's no let off no matter what it is, as well as from first string to second string to third string. I feel like our whole defense is key.
Okay, last question. Everyone has a motivation or a why. What's yours?
My motivation, I probably have two, and it's always good to go back on you know, what is your why as well? I know my why, one of them is my mother. You know, she works so hard. You know, she raised me, single mom, so she works so hard. And so I know what hard work looks like. I know what not giving up looks like. I know how even it is hard, you keep persevering. And my best motivation and my best why is God. God has got me through so much stuff. God has got me through, you know, just life, you know, and I just know I have faith in him no matter what I'm doing. So I know I can't be here if it wasn't for him. So
Yeah,
that's my why.
All right, man. Thanks for coming through.
No problem, brother.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Inside Stuff with B-Ruff. Now we're back to the pregame show as scheduled.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium, just outside Columbus, Ohio. Nick Verzolini, Travis Smith. Apologies for the technical difficulties we had earlier, but we are back at Panther Stadium as Travis, we get ready for kickoff here. And I guess we'll start with the Shepherd University Rams. Who are some key guys that people can expect to see on offense coming back? We know Ty Hebron will not play tonight, so Chance Swartz is going to be the starting running back, but some familiar names, maybe some other guys that you think could break out this year.
And a little bit more, one Chance Swartz coming over from Lock Haven last season, had 159 carries for 926 yards, 7 touchdowns, 9 catches for 89 yards, and 1 touchdown. So if you're losing a running back like Ty Hebron and you have a veteran that can step in, that's putting up those type of numbers, I think that's going to be huge for that Shepherd offense, because I think you really saw that Shepherd offense last year really kick it into high gear once that running game got going, and coincidentally enough, it started to happen at that Lock Haven game. So if we're looking on the offensive side of the ball, I think you know what you're going to get with Tyson Bajan, their quarterback. He's going to be that field general, and he's going to be able to throw the ball all around the yard, but he's going to need that running game to balance things out. That's going to keep the defense off of his back, and it's also going to help out his defense by allowing them to get off the field, rest, and more importantly, make those adjustments to go up against that Ohio Dominican offense.
Who stands out to you on the defensive side of the ball for the Rams?
Rams, I think you don't have to look any further than Chris Lane, the defensive leader. He's the beating heart of that defense. Last year had 106 tackles, 66 of those solo, 7 tackles for a loss. He is the beating heart of that defense, the leader of that defensive unit. Plus, they have a lot of talent on the back end. You have Ponce de Leon and Antonio Fox. That squad last year, the defense just really took over, picking off 20 interceptions last year. So a very good secondary for that Rams defensive unit.
And for Ohio Dominican, this is the team that went 7-3 in 2019, 4-2 in the spring 2020 season, or 2021 season, we should say. Who stands out on that side of the ball, or on offense for them?
Well,
gentlemen, good evening. Shake hands, please.
We'll mute that for now.
There we go. Well, if I'm looking at the Ohio Dominican offense, one young player I'm looking to have a breakout game today is Travis Whitaker.
My name's Tony. I'm your referee. Umpire's name is Neil.
There we go. The sophomore running back. During the shortened season, again, they only played 6 games. He had 64 carries for 304 yards, 5 touchdowns, no fumbles, 6 catches for 46 yards. So he's a player that can do it in the run game, also coming out of the backfield, making catches and creating something after the catch. And, of course, another great quarterback for Ohio Dominican, Evan Ernst, coming off of a solid season himself where he threw for 7 touchdowns and also added 2 rushing touchdowns himself. So he's not afraid to pull the ball down and make it happen with his legs.
And on the defensive side of the ball for the Panthers?
For the Panthers, I don't think you have to look any further than their middle linebacker, Dawson Dales. First team GMAC for the past 2 seasons for the Panthers. 79 tackles last year, 26 of those solo, averaging 13 tackles a game. And again, against Shepherd last year, 8 solo tackles and 1 fumble recovery and 1 pass breakup. So he is a linebacker with range that can make plays in the box against the run, also in space versus the pass.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, before we get your keys to the game, let's send it down to Colin McLaughlin, who can give us kind of an update on the weather and who won the toss and all that information.
Thank you so much, Nick and Travis up there in the press box. I'm down here on the field as both teams just came on. Very loud. Shepherd won the toss, selected to defer to the second half. They will be kicking off from the right side of the field. Back up to you guys in the press box.
Thanks, Colin. It's a beautiful day here in Columbus. You know, Travis, we couldn't ask for better weather to kick off the season. About 70 degrees, sunny, blue skies, just a little bit of clouds, and a pretty good atmosphere, it seems like, here at Panther Stadium.
You forgot about the most important thing, a very nice breeze blowing through the press box.
You're exactly right on that. So let's get some keys to the game. Start with Shepherd real quick before we have kickoff.
Turnovers. Shepherd has to do a good job of taking care of the football on the offensive side of things. Last year, that spelled their doom against Ohio Dominican. So you can't give a good football team you can't give them extra possessions. So Shepherd's going to have to take care of the ball. Plus, I think Shepherd is going to have to run the ball effectively to come out with that balanced attack that's really going to put pressure on that Ohio Dominican defense.
And then for Ohio Dominican?
For Ohio Dominican, they just got to protect Evan Ernst. He's an efficient quarterback, doesn't make a lot of mistakes. I think if they're able to keep him up and keep his jersey clean throughout the day, that's going to give the Panthers the best chance to possibly pull off an upset against this very strong Shepherd team.
Could be a challenge, though, with that veteran Shepherd defensive line. A lot of grad students on this Shepherd team, which I think makes them one of the top teams in the country. So the Rams will kick it away as 2 men are back deep for the Panthers, and we are underway to begin the 2021 season. Fielding it inside the 5 is number 11, and he is across the 20 out to about the 24-yard line. That is Kylan McGill, defensive back, the return man for the Panthers. So it'll be ODU ball to begin things as we get started on what is a beautiful night here in Columbus. No score, 14:53 to go in this opening quarter as we are underway. Panthers will have it at the 24. Evan Ernst and the Panther offense jogs onto the field. First down and 10 in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Ernst with a back to his left. Takes the snap, looks to throw. Fires it over the middle, caught. Across the 30, and then coming up and making a nice hit.
Antonio Fox coming up out of his safety position with a big hit. And looking at that Ohio Dominican offensive line, not a very big group up front, so you're expecting them to be a little quicker, a little bit more athletic, and that gives them a good matchup against a very speedy defensive front for Shepherd.
Panthers get it right to the 34-yard line for a first down. Give us to Whitaker. Whitaker cuts it back toward the left before being stacked up in the box. At number 4, that was Ponce de Leon on the tackle.
That time just a little zone read action, giving it to Whitaker. Like we've mentioned, Ernst is a bit of a running threat, so you have to respect that ability.
Next play, a screen pass caught by Whitaker.
And Antonio Fox again coming up hard on that bubble. When you throw that bubble screen, that free safety has to do a good job of coming up, filling that alley. And that time Antonio Fox was able to do that. And a very good tackler coming out of that secondary. A lot of his tackles are solo.
One thing we talk about with this Rams defense all the time, Travis, is their speed. Not the biggest guys out there, but they can really fly to the footballs. We have third down and 5 from the 39 for ODU. Ernst in the gun. Whitaker to his left. He'll take the snap, look to throw over the middle. Caught close to the first down marker as it is complete to...
like David Turner there.
Yeah, David Turner, the wide receiver.
And he did a good job of just maintaining his balance on that play. Had to put his hand down in the dirt, but They made him come up a bit short. A veteran wide receiver knows to get beyond the sticks on third down, but just did best that he could to stay on his feet to make the catch.
So the Panthers will be forced to punt. Back deep for the Rams appears to be number 26 as it's fielded inside the 5-yard line, and not going to go in anywhere is Keyshawn Haley. So the Rams will be backed up to begin this drive.
And not sure why he chose to take that punt. The general rule of thumb is you put your heels on the 10, that the ball goes over your head, you let it go. If you have a return man that you have faith in, sometimes you give him a little bit of leeway, but I really don't think Coach Ernie McCook wanted him taking that inside the 5.
Yeah, I don't think so either, as the Rams will start quickly, so we'll keep it here. 1st and 10 from the 4-yard line. Shepherd back up in its own territory. Bajan in the shotgun. Dominican showing blitz, now backs off. Bajan kind of in a pistol formation with Swartz lined up behind him. They'll give it to Swartz. Swartz has a nice hold to the right side, and the ball came out, as you said, Travis, and I think ODU got to that one. It looked like they should have at least. No, the Rams are going to keep possession.
They dodged a bullet on that one. I was about ready to compliment Schwartz on a good cut again. We know what Shepherd likes to do up front. They love that zone blocking scheme. Schwartz put his foot in the ground, cut back to the open hole, but taking a big hit and putting the ball on the turf here early on in the game, and that is something that the Rams need to avoid, especially this part of the field.
So about a 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The Rams remain in the pistol. Bajan takes the snap. We'll give it to Swartz, and he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage, coming through and making the hit. Dawson Dales, the linebacker that you pointed to in the beginning or during our pregame show, Travis. I mean, that guy just flies right through and makes the play.
He's a player that you have to keep an eye on. He had 10 tackles versus Shepherd last year, 8 of those solo, 1 of them forcing a fumble recovery. So he's a player that you have to point out. Those offensive linemen have to be able to make those adjustments and call out that Mike Backer.
3rd down and 7 for the Rams on their own 7. After a 3-yard pickup on 1st down, nowhere on 2nd down. Bajan looks to throw, fires toward the far sideline. It's dropped. Intended for Greg Leonard, but he could not haul it in. Leonard was hurt in 2019, back this year.
Flag on the play. It looks like they're going to call defensive pass interference.
See if we can hear the official here.
Holding first.
So they had holding against Old Dominion was the call.
Ohio Dominican.
ODU's got me going back to the Marshall days, man. I'll just call them the Panthers.
There you go.
That way I can't mess up the ODU. So 1st and 10 for the Rams. They get a freebie on the holding. Bajan in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 to the near side. Fake to Swartz. Now dump it down to Ryan Beach. Beach scampers forward for a few before being knocked out of bounds on that far sideline. Ryan Beach is a freshman, Travis, that we've heard a lot about as potentially being a real breakout player. He's kind of a slot receiver there. He lines up in the backfield and does some nice stuff on a quick little dump off.
And again, Shepherd has already established that they want to get the ball to Schwartz early on, that time faking the ball to Schwartz, but then throwing the swing pass out to Beach on the edge. And you see why they like him in that slot position. Very speedy receiver.
So Bajan and the offense goes quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Tyson will give it to Swartz. Swartz cuts again back, but doesn't find much room. Got back to the line of scrimmage.
Schwartz, a bigger back, more of a banger, but on that play trying to do a little bit too much in the backfield, and good pursuit by that Panther defense, making him switch up his feet and lose that momentum. You want to get him running downhill, delivering hits on the defense. You really don't want him trying to tap dance, trying to pick his way through the hole.
Yeah, I agree. I think when they get Hebron back, he's more of that change of pace, but Schwartz definitely a bigger back. As Bajan will look to throw here on 3rd down. Complete 1st down for the Rams. It's Pulse on the reception. Josh Pulse, one of the bigger receivers on this team. This is a roster that a lot of their guys are under 6 feet at wide receiver, but Pulse, I believe, 6'3", so kind of a bigger target for him.
205 pounds, and that's what you want to do. Use those bigger wide receivers to use their body and their physicality to kind of shield off the defender and able to pick up that crucial 3rd down.
9:45 to go, opening quarter. No score between the Rams and the Panthers. Bajan looks to throw, looks near sideline, looks for a pulse, but it's off of his hand and incomplete. Would have been a tough catch, pass a little bit behind him. So bring up second down and 10.
Godwin Joe there on the defense doing a good job, and actually Pulse had to play a little defense on that play. The ball not that accurate. Pulse doing the best he could to try to keep the defender from picking that off, and at that part of the field, that usually results in a pick six. So credit to Pulse for making a heady play.
So second down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Bajan in the gun. He'll look to throw on the play action pass. Now rolls out to the right. Tyson looking to run. Lost the ball. I think he dived back on top of it. But that's the second time now, Travis, we've seen the ball come out from a Ram backfield member. And that kind of gets the Panther crowd into it here.
And defensive lineman Eddie Miller-Garrett put the pressure on Bajan to make him get out of the pocket. He's a big fella. That's enough to make you nervous. 6'3", 225 pounds coming in off the edge. And right now, Shepherd's showing a little bit of rust, but possibly some nerves here early on.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Panthers. Bajan looks to throw. Straight drop back, fires toward the far sideline and incomplete. He wanted Moss on the outside, but the pass falls incomplete, and now the Rams will be forced to punt.
Right now, Shepherd coming out. Bit of an unusual look, looking to take more of the underneath routes here early on as opposed to the more vertical passing attack that they ended last season with. That's going to be a big question, is how are all these new faces going to fare in the Shepherd offense at the wide receiver position? Shepherd losing 2,000-yard receivers last year. And Dylan Brewer and Devin Phelps anxious to see who's going to step in and fill those roles.
So the Rams will punt from bad snap on the punt. Gets it away. Not the greatest punt either. Going to bounce about the 49 of Shepherd. So from the 30 to the 49, only a 19-yard punt. And let's see if we can take a break here.
You heard some groans on the Ohio Dominican sideline. A lot of folks thought Desdemone Lake should have laid out to try to get that block, but I think he made a smart play. He pulled up, didn't want to give Shepherd another chance by getting a silly penalty. The punt was bad. Ohio Dominican's getting the ball back in good field position, so he made the smart play, and he's going to let his offense do all the hard work.
Yeah, Travis, I'm not certain if you got a better look at it, but it did kind of sound like to me like there might have been a tip on that one, because it was kind of close, and the ball went in a weird direction. So Ernst looking to throw, taking a shot deep down the far sideline, incomplete. Flag comes flying in as Ernst wanted Austin Davis on the outside but couldn't connect, and Davis was definitely held or something. It might be pass interference there on that far side.
I think you could take a pick on that one. Either going to be pass interference or holding, but Chikoziani Awkward took the wide receiver to the ground. I really don't think that he has an argument that he can make. And last year, led that Shepherd secondary with pass breakups. He also led them with pass interferences. They like his size. They like his physicality on the edge, but sometimes he gets a little too physical.
So handoff to Whitaker. He nearly gets brought down the backfield. DeLeon coming up to make the tackle right about the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard on that one.
That's one thing you can't do against this Shepherd defense is try to get too fancy and dance around in the backfield. There's too much team speed on that defensive unit, so the more you're doing all those jukes in the backfield, that defense is gaining ground on you.
So it's definitely tough to get to the outside as it'll be second down and 10, no gain on the play. Ernst looks to throw, pass complete, nice move on the outside by James Morgan, who has a first down for the Ohio Dominican Panthers. And they move into Shepherd territory now, into the red zone.
Look like Tyron McDade there on the coverage. And a lot of times when you hit those hitches on the outside, that's the potential that they offer you. If you make one missed tackle, you have a chance to get some yards after the catch.
3 receivers to the far side. Whitaker in the backfield. Ernst in the gun here on 1st and 10 from the 19. Ernst will give it to Whitaker. He stutter steps in the hole and fights forward for a couple. Juwan Addison in there, along with, is that Chris Lane? Yeah, it is Chris Lane at the bottom of that pile. The All-American linebacker. So moves the ball to the 17, so about 2 yards on that gain. Ernst in the gun here, second down and 8. He'll look to throw. Ernst steps up in the pocket, now looks to run. Ernst tries to shed off Lane, but only gets down to about the 5. Lane with a nice tackle there in open space.
Absolutely, and Ernst is not an easy guy to bring down in space. He's not a guy where you have to assign a spy, but he is athletic enough where you have to pay attention to him because he can hurt you, having 7 career rushing touchdowns.
Another first down for the Panthers. Now 1st down and goal. Whitaker to the left. Whitaker will get the carry. He jukes in the hole but finds no room. I'm sorry, that's Pitts on the carry. And that was Addison on the tackle for the Rams. Juwan Addison, one of the many, Rams coming back for their grad year. Had a chance to talk with him. That you heard that in the pregame show.
So Whitaker checks back in at the running back. You'll see Pitts come in a lot of times in those red zone situations. He's a bigger back trying to pound it in there.
Ernst takes the snap. We'll give it to Whitaker. He finds a hole, but again, it's stuffed quickly. Looked like, Travis, that he might be had some room there to kind of skimmer his way in, but couldn't quite get past the D-line. It's a good job by that Shepherd D-line to kind of move the offensive lineman into the gap.
Absolutely. Again, that Shepherd defense, there is no denying that they have a ton of speed on that side of the ball, so they have a favorable matchup. If you're trying to use speed versus speed, I think Shepherd, with their range on the defensive side of the ball, I think it's to their advantage.
3rd and goal from the 4 for the Panthers. Shepherd looking to hold to a field goal attempt. ODU looking to take advantage of the bad punt. Ernst looks to throw. Nearly intercepted. It will fall incomplete. Ponce de Leon nearly had a pick 6 maybe if he catches that ball.
That time just trying to flood things to that right side of the field, maybe making those defensive backs.
Are they going to go for it, you think? It looks like it. Ernst is still on the field, so do you like this here being aggressive?
Early in the game, in your home crowd, season opener, why not?
Ernst in the gun, two receivers to the near side, one to the far. Ernst looks to throw. He looks far side, one-on-one coverage, jumps up and makes the catch for a touchdown. Ohio Dominican, as that was Dryston. We got there. Dryston Carlisle on the reception for the touchdown.
Usually down in this part of the field, you just see just a basic fade to the back of the end zone. Ohio Dominican getting a little tricky, doing a double move back into the fade, creating a little bit of space, the ball going right over the top of Chikosi Aniakwa. So the Panthers showing some boldness, going for it on 4th down and going against one of the better defenders in that Rams secondary.
So the point after for the Panthers is good. 7-0 Ohio Dominican. 5:19 to go in this first quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Imagine this. An entire week with your family in a mountaintop home overlooking one of America's most scenic lakes. Sound good? Let me tell you, for my family, it doesn't get any better than La Bella Vita at Deep Creek Lake. I'm David Welch, and you know I give it to you straight. So here it is. From the moment you arrive at La Bella Vita, the pressures of life will disappear as you bask in the comfort of this beautiful 6-bedroom house with 2 outdoor decks that overlook the water and great amenities like a pool table, a large hot tub, and towels and bedding already in place when you arrive. You'll also enjoy the wonderful selection of local restaurants and pubs. Debbie and I love Deep Creek Lake, and we especially love La Bella Vita. To make your reservation, call Tailor Made Deep Creek Vacations and Sales at 301-750-2182. That's 301-750-2182.
Welcome back to Panthers Stadium. Nick Verzolini, Travis Smith, happy to have you with us for Shepherd Rams football. Big thanks to our quarter sponsors, Smallwood and Small Insurance and Milestone Realty for this opening quarter. As 7-0 Ohio Dominican leads the Shepherd University Rams here. 5:19 to go in this opening quarter. And the Rams will look to return the kick, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback. So we'll get that drive summary presented to you by Jason Barrett, 61st delegate Jason Barrett, that is. Let me get his read for you. Trusted leadership, real solutions. That was for ODU. I don't have the exact plays there, but a drive that results in an Austin Davis 4-yard touchdown pass from Evan Ernst. Kick is good, and it's 7-0 Ohio Dominican.
And again, going right at Chikoziana-Aqua, Davis only 5'11".
So Bajent looks to throw on first down, fires over the middle. I believe the pass was broken up. He wanted Greg Leonard, but coming in and making the hit for ODU was 27.
Looks like Desdemone Lake coming in with the big hit.
It was ruled a catch. I thought Leonard could not haul it in, but it was a catch. So first down and 10 for the Rams. Bajent in the gun. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Bajent looks to throw again here on first down. Steps up in the pocket, avoids the sack, now looks to run. Bajent across the 45 and brought down right around the 49-yard line. So it'll be second down.
Right now, you don't see the chemistry with this wide receiving core. Bajent having protection. He has time in the pocket. The wide receivers are just not getting open, and it's not too often that Bajent will pull the ball down and run. He is a young, athletic quarterback, so he can make some plays, but that's not where he really makes hay.
It is a lot of new receivers for the Rams as they'll run Schwartz to the outside, and he gets stuffed in the backfield all the way back to the 45-yard line, a loss of about 4 on the play.
Looks like Ronnie Brown was the ball carrier on that play. Played sparingly last year, brought in, usually provided a spark off of the bench in the offense, was really a dynamic player on special teams. So with Ty Hebron on the sidelines and Chance Schwartz having a hard time getting things going, might see some more Ronnie Brown here in the first half for the Rams.
3rd and 7 from the 46, officially a 3-yard loss on the play. Tyson Bajent trying to adjust things with his wide receivers as Brown and Leonard are split out to this near side. It's a 4-receiver set, and Wetzel, the tight end, in there as well for 3rd down. And we have a flag coming in. Looks like maybe a false start going against the Rams, and then we'll back them up.
An unusual look for the Rams offense, lining up in 5 wide. They had Ronnie Brown come out of the backfield. Not too often you see Shepard go empty in the backfield. Looked like it might have been a play where they tried to draw the Panthers offside, but Ohio Dominican, discipline, not falling for the bait, and the Rams picking up the penalty. Again, coming out in that 5 wide look.
Yeah, same formation. Seemed to be some confusion there, Travis, on the last time they tried to run this, so hopefully it works out for Shepard here. 3rd down and long, 3rd and about 12. Bajent in the gun, takes the snap, will look to throw. Pump fakes to the right side, now goes deep down the right sideline. Caught by Moss on the far sideline for a Rams first down.
That was a good throw, but that was a better catch. Moss coming up. The graduate transfer coming over from Murray State. Didn't play much for his previous school. Only played 4 games in 2019 with 9 catches, 111 yards, and a touchdown. But that was a big catch going up in traffic to pull that one down for the Rams first down.
Brown remains in the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Now into Ohio Dominican territory goes Shepard. Quickly, Bajent takes the snap, looking deep down the middle of the field for a wide open Greg Leonard. Touchdown, Shepherd University Rams.
You know it wasn't going to take long for the Rams able to get on track. And that time, the defensive back peeking in the backfield was Deshaun Hill. That is something that you cannot do against a team that can throw the ball as well as the Rams. And again, that offensive line is giving Bajent tons of time in the pocket. And that time, a wide receiver was able to get open, and he hit him right in stride to help pull this game to 1 point with 2:40 left in the first quarter.
It's a 43-yard touchdown pass from Bajent to Greg Leonard, who was just wide open, Travis, in that secondary. Extra point on here for Shepard.
The kick is up and
good.
Good, okay. One referee was a little bit slow on the call right there. Can't wait on the crowd reaction because we're at Ohio Dominican.
7-7 our score. We're back in 60 seconds with 2:40 remaining in this first quarter. Okay, yeah, hold them off. I thought they were going to run them back onto the field.
So a big play like that.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Here, a 43-yard pass. I was correct. So, nice drive there, resulting in a Rams touchdown. They get backed up, and that's your drive summary. Brought to you by 61st District Delegate Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership, Real Solutions. And Travis, that's a nominee for our electrifying play of the game as well.
Absolutely. Brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer, located on 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg. You can check them out online at orsinis.com.
Ernst looks to throw. He's under pressure, and he'll be sacked. Had a lot of time, but just keep hustling for Shepherd was Kyle Smith, the senior defensive end, off the edge. He just kept pursuing and brought down Ernst in the backfield.
Kyle Smith, that's what he does well. Last year, 2019, I'm going to get that straight here eventually, had 17.5 tackles for loss, 9.5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. He is a force to be reckoned with coming in off that edge.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you get last season and not last year, and if I can get Ohio Dominican and
we'll
ODU,
be doing all right.
we'll be doing well. As reception made there on the near sideline by Austin Davis. But a flag comes in, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe it's just some gold from the Panthers jerseys that I saw. So we have 3rd down for Ohio Dominican. It'll be 3rd and about 10 because of the sack by Kyle Smith. Ernst in the gun, 4 receivers set for the Panthers. Backed up at their own 20-yard line. Ernst takes the snap. He'll look to throw under pressure. Fires far sideline. Broken up and incomplete. On the coverage for the Panthers, Tyrone McDade there on the outside. And will force, or for the Rams, will force a punt from the Panthers.
The 5'10", 185-pound grad student from Bowie, Maryland, that time nearly coming up. And again, that's the danger that you have when you throw those passes to the sideline. If you don't get them out on time with a lot of velocity, those fast defensive backs are able to make breaks on the ball, and there's really nothing to stop them from taking that to the end zone if they're able to get their hands on it.
Zane Lewis back deep for the Rams, standing at his own 40-yard line. As Shepherd looking to get good field position here. It's a nice end-over-end kick all the way back inside the 30. 25 is where Lewis will field it. Oh, football! And Ohio Dominican's going to recover it. 2 flags come flying in at about the Shepherd 29. And Travis, we talked about turnovers. That might be the first one. But this is the third time the ball's been on the ground for Shepherd.
We talked about it coming in, Shepherd only having that 1 game versus Mercyhurst, as opposed to Ohio Dominican having 6 games. So Ohio Dominican, they're coming in. A lot of those first game jitters are out of the way. They had their spring season, whereas Shepherd only having that 1 shot against Mercyhurst, really not that much of a contest. And you see the rust and lack of chemistry early on really hurting the Rams.
That's why we have a little bit of a break in the action. Our first quarter brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance and Milestone Realty. And we'll see what the official call is here on this penalty, but I don't think it's going to affect the outcome of the play.
Result of the play, the ball was fumbled and recovered by the kicking team. During the return, personal foul, blindside block, Shepard. That foul is declined. Ohio Dominican ball, first down.
So there you heard the call, and Travis, I mean, this is now a situation in a 7-7 ball game with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ohio Dominican has a chance after, a really strong performance by the Shepherd defense, special teams letting them down, and now putting, ODU already kind of in scoring territory here.
And that's one of the problems that you run into having a quick strike offense, is that you put your defense right back out there on the field. The defense did their job trying to get off of the field, but you have to hold on to those punts, and that's going to hurt you.
Ball on the Shepherd 30. Ernst takes a snap, gives it to Whitaker. Big hole to the outside, missing a tackle and getting close to a first down, but 2 flags in the backfield, so this is likely coming back. It's holding there?
I'm thinking it's holding.
Would explain.
That's one of the problems that you'll run into if a running back is supposed to run inside, even though you want him to be instinctual and bounce it outside. Sometimes
Holding offense, number 6. 10-yard penalty, first down.
But sometimes when you try to bounce it outside and do something extra, the lineman that was trying to seal him off to the outside is in position, he's in position to go ahead and take care of that inside hole. But if you bounce outside of that, he still has him locked up. So as that defender tries to break away, that's going to be a holding penalty, and that back judge is staring right there for those type of penalties.
First down and 10 now from the 37. So it'll be a 1st and 15, I believe. 48 seconds and the clock rolling now in this opening quarter. Ernst looks to throw near sideline, complete. Caught by Crayley on the reception. Preston makes the catch. Pena on the tackle for the Rams as we roll under 30 seconds to go in this opening quarter. And we'll see if the Panthers want to go quickly here.
Oh!
So we'll have a false start, I believe.
Looks like a false start.
At least. So that'll back up ODU. And again, penalties now playing a little bit in Shepherd's favor after that miscue on the punt.
And that false start going against the big right tackle, Miller Davies, the 6'5", 315-pound senior. Worried about Smith coming in hard off the edge. That is one of the benefits when you have a premier pass rusher, is not only will he get you sacks and tackles for loss, quite possibly he's going to get you quite a few false starts. With those tackles getting worried, they're trying to kick, slide, and get out of there and seal off that pursuit to the quarterback off the edge.
So 7-7 our score. We're back in 60 seconds for the second quarter right after this.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
7-7 our score. Second quarter just now getting started. Ohio Dominican in Ram territory as Ernst will look to throw. Steps up. Screen pass. Perfect time for it. Whitaker has it across the original line of scrimmage. Chris Lane bumped him down inside the 30-yard line, but a perfect play call there, Travis. I mean, Shepherd's been coming hard off the edge, and they just open up that screen.
That's a nice counter punch when you want to try to take some of that steam off of that pressure up front. Go ahead and throw screens, flip it in behind them. Just give them something to think about where they're not just going to be able to pin their ears back and get after the quarterback.
So a 2nd and 17 turns down to a 3rd and about 4. Whitaker will run to the outside, bounces it close to the first down. I think he might have got there at around the 20-yard line, as that last little second effort should give him the first down, and they'll move the chains.
Whitaker, not a big guy, but he is kind of stout, 5'9", 185 pounds, so he does pack a load. Last year averaged 4.8 yards a carry, and he does have good hands out of the backfield. He also racked up 6 catches for 46 yards.
1st and 10 from the 20 now, so Ohio Dominican moving back into the red zone. Ernst pump fakes, now looks on that double move, fires toward the end zone and incomplete. Once again, that double move, kind of similar play that they scored the touchdown on. Obviously would have been a longer one, but kind of a similar look.
And again, I believe that Ohio Dominican really likes that matchup of Austin Davis going against Chikosi Aniakwa. They went after him again. And again, that shows the boldness of this Panthers offense, is that they're going against one of the better back-end defenders that you're going to find in the PSAC, but they feel like they have the favorable matchup, particularly down in the red zone.
So far, Davis has kind of proven to have the advantage. Excuse me. 2nd down and 10 from the 20. Ernst in the gun. Whitaker to his left. 13:50 to go in this second quarter. Tied ball game at 7. Ernst straight drop back, now rolls out to the right, dumps it down, wide open man. First down for the Panthers. It's caught by number 3, David Turner, and he has the first down, but 2 flags coming in that secondary.
And I believe with the Panthers shaking his head, I believe it's going to be some type of offensive pass interference. I believe Ty Wiley may have been a bit too eager to make that block on the backside and help out his teammate.
Yeah, it looked to be that way.
It's offense number 7. 15-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
Check that. That was Colby Ryder, the tight end. It's going to be hard for him to hide. He's 6'3", 260 pounds. It's going to be hard for him to blend in on the football field.
Yeah, I mean, Turner was so wide open. There had to be something there. I mean, I could have completed that pass. And penalties really hurting, the Panthers on this drive, because, I mean, this has been a long drive. They took over after the fumbled punt, which feels like ages ago, and still have the football, but really haven't gone anywhere. So here we go. 2nd down and 25 now for ODU. Ernst dumps it down, complete to his backmate Whitaker, and Whitaker scampering forward but not finding much room. Nice tackle there on the edge. Duckworth, a transfer from Kansas, in on the tackle. It's a big get for Shepherd there to get a Power 5 player to come down and play here in Kendall Duckworth.
Absolutely. And you mentioned those penalties for Ohio Dominican. That was something that plagued them in the first matchup versus Shepherd, having 7 penalties for 54 yards. So they have some things that they have to clean up as well.
So just a 3-yard pickup will make it 3rd down and 22. And it's a 5-wide set for the Panthers. Ernst takes the snap. Straight drop back. Now scrambles, running away and firing, incomplete. That Rams D-line, Addison Smith and Robinson all in there on that play, Travis.
And Ernst did a fantastic job of just extending the play and getting that ball off and not, one, taking the sack, knocking his team out of field goal position, and not drawing an intentional grounding. He was able to take a shot downfield. It was within the area of one of his receivers. So, again, the veteran savvy paying off for the Panthers offense.
So this is 4th and 22 from the 32, which is about a 49-yard field goal. So not enough confidence to kick it, so you might as well go for it, I guess. And this is a chance for Shepherd to get a big hold. And now a flag, or at least a whistle, comes in, and we have a timeout for the Panthers. So with that timeout, we're back in 60 seconds right after this.
He drives, he shoots, he missed, he missed!
Oh, man, got the chips.
We'll be right back. Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
Hi, my name's Corey, and I'm here at Orsini's in beautiful Martinsburg, West Virginia. We no longer specialize in only appliances. We have kitchen design, countertops, cabinets, flooring, and even a new 1,200 square foot sleep studio with brands such as Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. 304-267-7251, 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg. We price match the big box stores, and we give back to our local community.
Orsini's.com.
How we used to change the channel.
Honey, can you change the channel?
Sure.
How we used to order food.
What can I get you, hon?
Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium. 7-7 our score, second quarter. 12:32 to go in this first half. Nick Verzolini, Travis Smith, happy to have you with us here at Panther Stadium. Matt Miller, Colin McLaughlin on the crew as well. For us, a big thanks to them. Spencer Dupuis back in the studio as a dump off to Whitaker and a nice hit by Antonio Fox to bring him down on a fourth and forever, Travis. And they were just trying to maybe catch Shepard off guard and get that first down because, as we mentioned before the break, about a 49-yard field goal would have been a tough kick.
Absolutely. I mean, it is a slight breeze, but you got to have a boomer back there if you're trying to go for a 49-yard field goal. And again, you don't want to go there, but risk trying to pooch it in there. So why not throw it to your speedy running back out of the backfield? But Chris Lane just does such a tremendous job of playing in space. It's not often that you see a middle linebacker that have that kind of range where he can be an equal threat in the run game and in pass defense.
Ronnie Brown remains the back here on 1st and 10 for the Rams. So the fumbled punt doesn't result in anything, and Shepard still tied up at 7. Bajan, a little RPO, will fire it out to the far sideline. Caught. Short gain on the play. Reception by Moss again there on that far side. And it'll bring up about 4 yards on that play. So second down and 6 here.
And that is a play that Shepard will use. They will run that RPO action, although it's not a true RPO in the sense that Beijing could possibly pull it and run it himself. They use it more like a play action pass, just trying to freeze those linebackers and possibly getting something downfield if one of those defensive backs is peeking in the backfield.
Dedmon Lake in on that tackle for the Panthers. Second down and 6. Quick little dump down to Ronnie Brown. Brown fighting forward and getting out of bounds on that far sideline across the 30-yard line. So it'll be third down. And Dawson Dale's in on that tackle, the linebacker. So one thing I noticed early on here, Travis, I mean, we're seeing a lot of guys sub in and out for the Shepard offense depending on situations. And 3rd and 3, kind of more of a more physical lineup out there as you see like a bigger receiver and pulse thrown onto the field. And Bajan's going to take a snap under center. I don't think that's very common. I formation. They'll give it to Brown, and Brown is stuffed in the backfield by the whole Panther defense pretty much. Oh, my goodness.
Jalen Garner, the defensive lineman, was the first player in the backfield to kind of blow things up. But, again, an unusual look for Shepard. Just a 2 tight end look. I formation, a power off to the left side on 3rd and 4. Usually a typical passing situation for Shepard for that look. So, again, Shepard trying some things out, and sporadic production so far in this first game of the season.
Kind of a weird decision there to me, to go to that power formation. So we have back deep Derek Hutchinson, and he will field it at the 46-yard line. And it looks like we're going to go quickly, so we'll keep it here. But, yeah, Travis, kind of inconsistent as we have about 10:20 to go in this first half, 7-7 our score. Kind of some inconsistencies from both teams, but I think really on that Shepard side.
On Shepard, it seems to be more of just a lack of chemistry and wide receivers not able to get open. Ohio Dominican, they've been their own worst enemy. A lot of penalties have derailed some of their offensive success. One big question for that Shepard backfield is what's going on with Chance Schwartz? He got the start today, but the past couple of drives, it's been Ronnie Brown out there on the field.
Do you think maybe that fumble that he had early, even though he didn't lose it, could have something to do with him not really seeing the field?
Could very well be. That's the same way that Ty Hebron kind of fell behind Deontay Glover last year in that season opener and could put the ball on the ground. Deontay Glover stepped in and really didn't look back after that.
Hebron obviously out with this game with an injury, so trying to kind of nurse him back to health early on in this season. Pitt's the back here for ODU, and they'll send a man in motion and a quick little dump down. A nice job by Antonio Fox to come up and make the tackle. And is caught by Turner, and he doesn't go far.
That Shepherd defense is just too fast for that. David Turner's no slouch himself, trying to get him on the edge, and why not? He's one of your most productive receivers. You just want plays where he can get some touches, hopefully get him into the rhythm of the game, maybe stretch that defense out from sideline to sideline. Maybe that's going to open up some running lanes for Whitaker in between the tackles.
So third down here, third and about 6. ODU at midfield. Ernst in the gun with Pitts to his left. Ernst looks to the right side, fires complete right at the first down sticks for a first down and more. Goes James Morgan. Cheney in on the tackle, as it will be a first down for the Ohio Dominican Panthers. Quickly here, Pitts now running, slices his way forward, avoiding tacklers, and dives inside the 40-yard line to about the 37. So you may hear the planes flying over. We are right by the airport here in Columbus.
And you see the contrasting running style between Pitt and Whitaker. Pitt being the veteran, he's seen a lot more action on the field, a little bit more patient when it comes to picking his way through the line, whereas opposed to Whitaker, a little bit more impatient, just trying to hit the hole as fast as he can. And sometimes that works to your disservice. You don't want to run into the back of your lineman. I know they don't like it, but you're also missing out on opportunities of open holes elsewhere if you were just take a half a beat to kind of let them develop.
So we have an injury here on the field, and while we have some time, we'll shout out our second quarter sponsors, Smallwood and Small, and Sutton and Janelle. As Nick Verzolini, Travis Smith, happy to have you with us. Matt Miller, our cameraman, Colin McLaughlin down on the sidelines. And let's go to Colin here. Colin, who do you see is down there on the field?
Thank you, Nick. Down here right now, it's number 42 down. Didn't really see exactly what happened. He was trying to get off the field and then couldn't get off in time, so he decided just to go down, and that's why we have the halt. Back up to you guys.
Thanks. That would be Dawson Dales, the linebackers, one of the key players. I'm sorry, if it's a Shepherd player.
It's a Shepherd player that's down. So that would be Isaiah Farmer, the 6'1", 230-pound sophomore defensive end out of York, South Carolina. Again, we mentioned it is a warm. It's a nice day, but it is a warm day. It is the first game of the season, so very likely you're going to see some cramps at this point in the year.
Yeah, it looks like he's putting pressure on the leg, so that's what I would presume it. But you never know; they have water with them too, so you got to stay hydrated, obviously, in this heat, even though it's not as hot as it could be. But certainly
we're up here in a nice breeze-filled press box.
Yeah. I'm certain down on that turf it's a little bit hotter as Pitts again fights forward for a few. Close to that first down marker, but they're going to mark him about 3 yards shy. So it'll be third down and 3. So we roll under 8 minutes to go in this first half, 7-7 ball game here at Panther Stadium in Columbus, Ohio, on the campus of Ohio Dominican University. Third and 3 for the Panthers at the 34-yard line. Ernst in the gun. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Ernst takes the snap, straight drop back, fires complete for a first down into Shepherd territory, down inside the 25. Goes Zach Bartum, the junior wide receiver.
And again, that Shepherd defense having to account for the running back out of the backfield, allowing that wide receiver just to break inside, sit down in an open spot in the zone, and Ernst is able to find it.
Ernst looks to throw again here on 1st and 10. Takes a shot toward the end zone. Couldn't make the catch. A great job in the defensive backfield by the Rams to hold up and knock that ball away. Intended for Ty Wiley.
And right now, Ohio Dominican is not being shy. When they get down in the red zone, they're going after Chikoziani Awkward. That time he was up to the challenge, playing good defense, but not too physical and not drawing the penalty, but just doing a good job of denying the wide receiver the ball without initiating that contact. But there was a penalty on the play.
Yeah, I believe it might have been offsides against Shepherd. I didn't quite see the single there.
Oh, man. Good defensive play in the backfield and kind of get messed up by what's going on about the defensive front, but they're playing hard.
Oh, roughing the passer is what we got there. So, I mean, that's a tough penalty. First down and 10, and nearly a touchdown still, even though Ernst got hit pretty hard on the play. Ernst will take the snap, keep it himself, and doesn't find room. A great job by the defensive end. Number 9 for the Rams, that is Malik Holloway, who was right there on the edge, Travis, to read that play and take care of his responsibility.
Absolutely a tremendous athletic play. That time he played the running back and then was able to stop, put his foot in the ground, and change direction and come and take the quarterback away. Not too often you can have that defensive end that can play both the running back running inside and then the quarterback keeping it, trying to get back outside. Ernst is a solid scrambler in the red zone.
So that's second down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup. Ernst takes the snap. He'll go straight drop back and look to throw. Over the middle, behind his intended receiver, Turner, and incomplete.
He was open. There was a spot. Ernst just put it a little bit behind him.
So a lot of openings in the underneath part of the field is what I'm noticing early on, Travis.
And again, it's that offensive front is doing a tremendous job of blocking for Ernst, giving him a lot of time. And you see that defensive front getting a little bit frustrated, taking a shot on him a couple plays ago after he released the ball. So that defensive front, they know what they're up against, and they're trying to make some adjustments to put some pressure on him.
Third down and 8. Ernst under pressure now, steps up, and he's going to be brought down for a sack. The second time today, it's Kyle Smith off the edge.
Kyle Smith, he is just a force to be reckoned with coming in off the edge. He lines up at that wide 9, and that is tough for any type of offensive tackle to try to take care of that. And Ty Kearns, the left tackle, he's a redshirt junior, 6 foot, 250 pounds, so he's not the biggest guy. So if you're Shepherd, I really like that matchup because he's only 250 pounds, so it's not like Kyle Smith is giving up a lot of weight going at him. And again, I doubt any left tackle is going to match athleticism with Kyle Smith coming in that hard off the edge.
Quakenbush on to attempt the field goal, and the kick is up, I believe, good. From, quick math here, 36 yards, I believe. So 10-7, Ohio Dominican. We're back in 60 seconds after this.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Stadium, 10-7, Ohio Dominican leading Shepherd here as they will kick it away after the field goal. Fielded inside the 5-yard line. Big hole, and then running into a man goes
Zane Lewis.
Yeah, Zane Lewis, who had the fumble on the punt earlier but remains as the return man.
That Shepherd defense, they come up big. They were backed up towards their own goal line. Able to do a good job of forcing the Panthers to a field goal, giving their offense a chance to take the lead here with 5.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, 5:31 to go, 10-7. Ohio Dominican leading here in Columbus over the Shepherd Rams. The Shepherd Rams. Don't know why I wanted to say Panthers. First down and 10. Bajent in the gun. Bajent pump fakes, looks over the middle, caught Ryan Beach in stride. Beach across midfield and down inside the 40-yard line goes the freshman. But a flag came in at the beginning of that play, and it may be coming back.
I'm surprised they didn't blow the play dead early on. It looked like it was a false start on Shepard.
Legal formation. 5 in the backfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
While the play doesn't count, Travis, that is the potential Ryan Beach has for this offense. Again, a freshman that can fly.
Absolutely. A smaller player, but he makes up for it with quickness and precision in his movement. And so far, he's shown a tremendous amount of versatility. They lined him up in the backfield. That time they lined him up at a slot wide receiver. So it really opens up your options when you have a player out there that can make those type of dynamic plays.
Beach stands at just 5'6". But it does have that explosion. So it will be first down and 15 for the Rams, backed up now at their own 16-yard line, under 5:15 to go in this opening half between Shepherd and Ohio Dominican. Play action. Bajent fires, caught by Josh Pulse. Pulse across the 25-yard line. Big wide receiver after the smallest wide receiver makes the play that got called back.
Again, Pulse using that big frame, getting in between the ball and the defender, and the added benefit of having those bigger wide receivers, they're able to break tackles and pick up yards after the catch.
So it'll be second down and 10 after the 5-yard pickup. Second and 6, excuse me, after the 9-yard pickup. Bajent play action, dumps it down underneath Wetzel. Correction, that is the backup tight end. That is number 88.
That was Wetzel?
That is Wetzel. I thought he was 87 for a second there.
That's Wetzel. That will be Baker is 87.
All right, gotcha.
And you mentioned those two. We mentioned the running back that left this Shepherd offense and the 2 wide receivers. Also a big piece that's going to be missing this year for the Shepherd offense, DJ Cornish. And both of those tight ends are going to have to fill his shoes. Baker more of the blocker and Wetzel more of the pass catcher, having 23 catches in the 2019 season.
Here we go, first down and 10. Bajent looks to throw again. A lot of passes here. Going deep for Moss, but he just missed them. Nice route on the outside by Moss, and he had his man beat, but couldn't quite get the pass in there. Jonathan Moss, those showing some flashes early on, Travis, of some real potential.
And Dante Abrams biting on the double move. Bajent doing a good job of selling the pump fake, giving that defensive back something to look at. But just threw the ball a little bit strong. On that sideline, you really have to try to get that ball in a position where the wide receiver has a little bit of room to make a play for it on the sideline.
It feels like Shepherd's gotten a little bit one-dimensional here.
How many passes in a row has this been?
It's been a lot. I don't remember the last time we've seen a run. As Bajent will take the snap, dump it down. Beach on the wide receiver screen. Beach fights forward for about 6 to about the 45-yard line. Actually give him 7 on that one. So it'll be about 2nd and 3.
Beach is quick as a cat, catching that ball on the bubble and just getting upfield in a hurry, able to pick up a big gain. And plays like that are basically run plays. They're basically long toss sweeps out to a running back, and you're trying to supplement that running game by using that short passing game.
Third down at about 3:18 and counting here. Bajent in the gun, no backs in the backfield, so he will throw again. Panthers fans on their feet. Bajent quickly releases, caught at the first down marker. Ryan Beach again for a Shepherd Rams first down.
And that Panther defense having to respect his speed. They had to back off on that play, and Beach doing a good job of just settling down in that soft spot in the zone. Bajent delivering an accurate on-time throw to pick up the first down for the Shepherd Rams.
So 1st and 10 for the Rams on their own 49-yard line. Clock continues to roll, under 3 minutes to go in this first half. 10-7. Ohio Dominican leads this one. Bajent in the gun, 2 receivers set, 1 back in the backfield. Bajent looks to throw. Straight drop back, fires deep over the middle, wide open and caught by Greg Leonard. Down inside the 35-yard line. Goes Leonard on the reception, tackled by 26. That is Jaden Hill. So down to the 34 goes Greg Leonard on the reception. $17-yard reception on the play. 1st and 10 from the 34.
All right, we talked about the big tight end Baker. He checks in at that wing back.
Brown now lined up behind Bajan in the pistol, and they'll dump it down to Ronnie Brown. Brown looking to make some man miss. He's inside the 30, and down about the 26 goes Ronnie Brown. So you're seeing this rhythm now, Travis. While it may not be, a whole lot of running plays, they're using these quick passes that pretty much are runs.
Absolutely. And on that play, it was almost a screen because you saw the lineman release downfield immediately. As long as that running back catches the ball in the backfield, really not going to get a pass interference call if that lineman locks up somebody on the second level.
2nd and 2 after the 8-yard pickup. McCook in to the right of Bajan. Brown remains behind him here on 2nd down and 2. Another dump down to Brown. Brown has the first down inside the 20. Nice move by Ronnie Brown. Inside the 10 goes Ronnie before he's finally knocked down on the sideline. I really like Ronnie Brown.
Yeah, man. He was a fan favorite of mine last year. When he comes in, he's going to make plays. He is a dynamic player. He can do it in the run game. He can catch it out of the backfield. Can also provide a sparkle in special teams. So he's a player that's willing to go out there and do whatever it takes to help out this Rams team.
There was a Ronnie Brown that played for the Dolphins back in the day, back when they ran the Wildcat and had some success. Not the same player, obviously, but I don't believe any relation, but, another running back. So there's a relationship for you. Bajan in the gun. He fakes to Brown, looks to throw. Seems like a breakdown on this play, and then they're going to roll an incomplete pass. That seemed like that maybe was supposed to be a run. I'm not really certain because I didn't really see anybody out there going out for a pass.
We talked about how Shepherd likes to use that RPO look. Yeah. And right now you see talking between Bajan and Ronnie Brown may have been a miscommunication on that play.
It looked almost like a draw or RPO type play because the receivers really didn't run any routes. So, kind of seemed like a miscommunication. But luckily for Shepherd, Bajan was able to get out of the pocket and fired it incomplete. 2nd and goal from the 9. 36 seconds to go in this first half. Bajan pump fakes, steps up, now looks to run, fires toward the end zone. Can't quite find Wetzel, who tried to use his big paw to reach up and grab that one, but couldn't.
And a flag on the play. Look like it's going to be some interference on who? We're going to wait and see.
What number again?
20. They don't know either.
Before the pass, holding defense number 23. Full automatic.
So that's Abrams, the corner. That will give Shepherd a first down here.
And Abrams, that's a tough matchup for him. He's 5'9", 165 pounds, trying to cover a tight end that's 6'2", 220 pounds. So he's going to have to get a little bit physical when he gets caught on that matchup.
Down to the 4-yard line, 1st and goal. Pass by Bajan to Ryan Beach for 6. Touchdown Rams. Nice play action, and Ryan Beach just got the inside leverage and scores for Shepherd.
Such a tremendous play. Perhaps a nominee for electrifying play of the game. Ryan Beach, and that's brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Located on 360 Hack Wilson Way, Martinsburg. You can also check them out online at orsinis.com.
25 seconds to go in this first half, and that will give Shepherd the lead here at 13-10 after a long drive, and the Rams able to work their way down the field and get 6 at least. They'll try to make it 7 here at this point after. Extra point is up and good. So 14-10 Shepherd, 25 seconds to go in this first half. And Travis, an excellent drive by the Rams resulting in 6. And again, the freshman Ryan Beach with his first touchdown in a Rams uniform.
And that Panthers defense, they're a disciplined unit, but that time being disciplined worked against them. They came up to honor that run fake with Ronnie Brown. He made some plays in the passing game, but you still have to respect his athleticism down that close to the goal line. So a good, clean fake in the backfield. And Beach just, once he gets a step on you, he's got a couple steps on you. And that time, Bajan just puts the ball right in the perfect spot. Beach runs to space. And that's 7 points for that Rams offense.
I don't believe we saw any runs on that touchdown drive, resulting in the 4-yard touchdown reception from Ryan Beach. That's your scoring drive summary, brought to you by 61st District Delegate Jason Barrett. Trusted leadership, real solutions. So as the first half winds down, we'll have a Rams kickoff here, with the Rams now leading 14-10, 25 seconds to go in this first half, and what's been a pretty exciting first half of football between the Rams and the Panthers. The kick is away. It's a low kick, bounces at around the 5, across the 20, and out past the 25. There's the return man, number 11, which is Kylan McGill, excuse me. And shout out to our second quarter sponsors, Sutton and Janelle and Smallwood and Small Insurance. As we wrap up this second quarter, we'll see here if Ohio Dominican takes any risk on this play. I would kind of doubt it, but I guess you never know. So they'll run it up the middle with Pitts, who has a nice hole. Pitts has the first down and more across the 40-yard line. With 13 seconds to go now. You have it at the 43-yard line, Travis. Your own 43. Maybe you take a shot here? See if you can maybe get it.
Looks like they're going to let the clock run out. I was curious if they're going to let a...
They'll run it. Pitts up the far sideline, cross midfield before being brought down. That's your final play of the first half. So 14-10, Shepherd leading here on the road at Ohio Dominican. Nick Versley, Travis Smith here on the call. We'll send it down. And we'll send it down to Colin McLaughlin, who has Ernie McCook on the sidelines.
Thanks, Nick and Travis. I'm down here with Coach McCook. Got the rhythm going to end that half, now up. What'd you like there at that final drop?
Well, I think our guys are starting to make some plays, but we've got a second half to play. We've made too many mistakes here in the first half. We got to get that cleaned up and play solid, fundamentally sound football. If we do that, I like our chances, but we got to keep coming out. We're going to get the ball coming out of the half, which is going to be great for us. If we can make something happen, that's a really important part of the last 4 in the first 4.
Defense keeping you in it. What have you liked from them specifically so far?
Defense has been outstanding. We put them in some really bad situations with some untimely turnovers. Defense has done a great job, and they're going to continue to start dialing in on ODU, and I feel very confident for our defense here in the second half.
All right, thank you, Coach. At postgame, let's send it back up to you guys in the press box.
Thanks, Colin, and we're going to take a 4-minute break here. When we come back, we'll have the halftime show. You're listening to Shepherd and Ohio Dominican. You're watching Shepherd and Ohio Dominican on TV 10 and the WRNR YouTube channel.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
There's nothing like spending a week at the lake. In my experience, La Bella Vita at Deep Creek Lake is the perfect getaway. Owned by Martinsburg residents, it's only 2 hours away. Whether it's lounging on the spacious deck with amazing views or relaxing in the hot tub, it just doesn't get better than La Bella Vita. With plenty of space for family and friends, This 5-bedroom, 5.5-bathroom home is the perfect luxury mountaintop retreat. Inside, you'll find an extremely well-furnished home that features 2 master bedrooms, an 85-inch TV for everybody, and a fully accessible kitchen and dining area with everything your entire family will need. Our family enjoyed roasting s'mores at the fire pit in the evenings, and by day, exploring much of the 3,900 acres that makes up Deep Creek Lake. The community has several excellent restaurants and lots of family-friendly activities, and they're all just a short distance away. For more information, visit the Facebook page or contact Tailor-Made Deep Creek Vacations and Sales at 301-750-2182.
Carpal tunnel syndrome affects 13 million Americans and left untreated can cause long-term debilitation. WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center recently became the first hospital in the region to offer carpal tunnel release with ultrasound guidance using the new Sonex Health SX1 microknife. CTR surgery is an outpatient procedure and most patients return to normal activities within 3 to 6 days. For more info, contact WVU Medicine Board Certified Orthopedic Surgeon Brad Wright at 304-725-2663.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
We're at the half. Time for a scoring recap, stats and analysis, scores from around the PSAC and Super Region 1, the Division 1 Top 25, and the latest on the West Virginia University Mountaineers and Marshall University Thundering Herd. Let's get it started as we go back to the field and rejoin our TV10 broadcast team.
That first half, our halftime show brought to you by Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Travis, we look back on that first half, and, you know, it was a very interesting one, I think, for both teams. 11 first downs for Shepherd compared to 10 by Ohio Dominican. You know, pretty balanced, but I think a big stat that stands out to you when you look at it, the rushing yards, while neither team has had a ton of work on the ground, it's 16 rushes for ODU compared to just 7 for Shepherd, and resulting in just 4 yards compared to 47 on the ground for the Panthers. So, you know, while the Shepherd defense has been great, I think, you know, Shepherd not getting really anything going on the ground.
It definitely seems like they abandoned the running game early on. They tried to give the ball to Chance Schwartz early on. He put the ball on the ground, and that's not the way you're going to stay on the field at this level of football if you're running back, by putting the ball on the ground. And those numbers for Ohio Dominican, they have ran the ball more, but those numbers, 47 yards, that is a bit inflated because you got 2 big runs by Pitts there at the end of the first half, and those were more just give me yards because Shepherd is back playing a prevent defense, and Ohio Dominican just wanting to run out the clock, having a safe play. Maybe you take a shot and he breaks a couple tackles, you go something big. So Pitt's able to get those yards there at the end. So it's not like Ohio Dominican is running the ball that effectively either, because Whitaker, their hot shot young running back, having some trouble going up against that speedy Rams defense. That Rams defense has set the tone for Shepherd here early on, backed up against their own goal line, forcing Ohio Dominican to that field goal, and that really seemed to cause that momentum shift back to the Rams offense. And Bajent, you could tell, Coach McCook, Jesse Carell have really turned the keys over to Bajent and is like, we're going to win this on your arm, and Bajent has been up to the task.
Yeah, I think you look at it, too, from the individual perspective. Frederick Pitts, 5 carries, 37 yards, but he had 15 of them on one run, to make your point even more, you know, of a point that really, or Ohio Dominican isn't really run the ball that well either. Whitaker, 7 carries, 16 yards. Evan Ernst, 4 carries, 10 yards. For Shepherd, Bajent has 2 carries for 8 yards. Chance Schwartz, as we mentioned, tried to get it going early on, really didn't do much. 3 carries, 6 yards. And then Ronnie Brown, who's been an impact player in the pass-catching game, just 2 rushes for no yards in this one. A net of minus 10 in the first half, so not the best. You look at some of the standouts, though. in the passing game, Tyson Bajan has been on point.
Absolutely. Coming out, and he's just slinging the rock early on. 15 of 19. Had a little trouble getting into a rhythm with his new wide receivers early on in the game. That was not a problem to close out that first half. Marching his team right down the field and punching it in with just a few seconds left. 15 of 19, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns, and with that long 43-yard bomb going to Greg Leonard. So you see this Rams offense, especially in the passing game, really starting to pick up steam. When we mentioned that Rams defense, Kyle Smith coming in, getting 2 sacks against Evan Ernst. And you see the Panthers, they're trying to make some adjustments, trying to throw some counter punches to try to slow down that defensive rush. But so far, they haven't had a lot of success trying to keep Kyle Smith out of the backfield.
And Evan Ernst has been really solid throwing the ball as well. 13 of 18 for 86 yards and a touchdown. He's been sacked twice, as you mentioned, by Kyle Smith. And then the receivers for both teams, pretty balanced attack. When you look at it, Ryan Beach, 4 catches, 20 yards and a touchdown. Greg Leonard, 3 catches, 78 yards and that 43-yard score. Ronnie Brown has 3 catches out of the backfield for 28 yards. And Jonathan Moss for Shepherd as well with 2 catches for 20 yards. On the Ohio Dominican side of the field, you know, David Turner's made a lot of catches, but haven't been a whole lot of big plays. I mean, Shepherd's doing a great job, you know, containing the passing game, even though Ernst has 13 completions. Just 86 yards on 13 completions is a nice job by Shepherd to keep the ball in front.
One thing, they're rallying to the football and making good tackles in the open field. And the longest pass completion that Ernst has had so far is 13 yards. So that's something that Shepherd seems to be content. Be like, okay, you want to take those underneath passes, we'll give them to you, but we're just going to rally to the football, make the tackle, and make you march it down the field. We're not going to give you any big plays by coming up out of control and missing tackles.
So we look back at our scoring summary. Austin Davis, a 4-yard touchdown to get things going on the Evan Ernst pass to make it 7-0. Ohio Dominican. Shepherd, though, comes back with that 43-yard score on that beautiful throw by Tyson Bajan to tie the game at 7. Quackenbush nails the 36-yard field goal in the second quarter with 5:36 to go to give Ohio Dominican a 10-7 lead, and then a Ryan Beach 5-yard touchdown score from Bajan right before the half on a 5-minute drive, 10 plays, 79 yards, making it 14-10. Shepherd sends a look back at the first half scoring summary. Travis, what do you think are some keys for each team to come out in the second half?
I still think Shepherd needs to try to get something going on the ground, but right now they just seem to be going all pass. So hopefully they can get something going on the ground where it's not going to be entirely on Tyson Bajan throwing the ball around the yard. You're in pretty good shape if he's the guy back there throwing the football, but you still would like a little bit more balance on that offensive side of the ball. And one thing, you want to try to keep that Shepherd defense off of the field. Ohio Dominican is leading in time of possession. It seemed to be a lot longer sitting here watching it when it comes up on the official sheet. Ohio Dominican had the ball for 16 minutes and 16 seconds in the first half, as opposed to Shepherd having the ball for 13 minutes and 44 seconds. But actual time on the field, yeah, it was just actual time on the field. Like, they've been out there for a very long time. Like we said, first game of the season, you got adrenaline going. You're going to burn through that conditioning. It is still a little warm out there, particularly down on that turf. So you really don't want to put any more of a burden on your defense than what you have to. And I think going to the running game, that's going to help out that Shepherd offense. As far as Ohio Dominican, knock off the silly penalties. They've been able to move the ball and march the ball down the field. It's the penalties that have derailed them. They get behind the chains, and you can't give that Shepherd defense that type of advantage. So knock off the silly penalties, and I think they have to make some more adjustments to try to protect Evan Ernst, because that Rams defense seems intent on getting in the backfield and wreaking havoc.
Forgot to mention this, but our first half stats were brought to you by Dobson & Associates, PLLC, providing all your back office needs, including accounting, payroll, and human resources. They want you to be your back office. Call 304-264-0437 or stop by 217 West Burke Street in Martinsburg. So we're going to go for another 3-minute break, and then we'll continue with the Mansion Ferretti halftime show. You're watching Shepherd Rams football on TV 10 and the WRNR YouTube channel.
He drives, he shoots, he missed,
Oh, man, got the chips.
We'll be right back. Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk. See dealer for details.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
How we used to change the channel.
Honey, can you change the channel?
Sure.
How we used to order food.
What can I get you, hon?
Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
We'll take some time now, I guess, to kind of get an outlook of the Rams season at Gannon next week, and that will be a fun one for you and I as well. Another trip for us, too.
Absolutely. Get those road trips out of the way early on in the season. And that's a good way for a team to bond. You get them out on the road. They're staying in a hotel, hanging around football players, talking about football. So we talked about having a little bit of lack of chemistry coming into today's game. I think going on the road early in the season, facing a little bit of adversity against some quality opponents, I really think is going to galvanize this group. And they have expectations. This is a veteran group. There's a lot of grad students. There's a lot of redshirt juniors, a lot of redshirt seniors. So this team really feels like they're in position to make a serious run, and taking care of games like this is going to help move them in that direction.
Yeah, the Rams were ranked 15th in one preseason poll and 19th in the other. So, I mean, they're a team that's expected to do a lot this year. And I mentioned this morning on the Sports Mix with Spencer how, this team can definitely contend, I think, with their strength of schedule for a national championship. And obviously Division II playoffs are much different than Division I. But, they're playing 3 other teams that are ranked in the top 25 in the preseason poll. So it's going to be a tough schedule, and week in and week out, this team's going to get challenged.
Absolutely. I mean, and you look at that Gannon game, that's a PSAC game. After that, they have IUP. That's a PSAC game. Then they have host Kutztown, and then they have Shippensburg. So they're getting deep into their conference schedule right away, and you really can't afford to slip up because these teams are going to be gunning for you. Even though the Rams have been picked to win that East Division in the PSAC, that doesn't mean that the other teams have to cooperate. They're gunning for that top spot.
So other college football going on around the Mountain State will begin this weekend. West Virginia will take on Maryland. Marshall will take on Navy. You and I both Marshall grads, along with Spencer. So we're really taking over the Eastern Panhandle. But we'll all 3 of us will be down there.
Yes, we will.
So not together, but didn't really know that you were making the trip. So looking forward to that one. And, of course, Mountaineers taking on the Terps as well. That's an exciting game that we'll have for you on Talk Radio WRNR. So I guess what are you looking forward to about those ones since we have some time?
Man, I'm just happy football's back. How about you?
Yeah.
I mean, this is being cooped up in the house for all those months and just all the things that we've had to go through and the stresses that you have to deal going through life. And, man, it's just good to come out and just talk football, watch football, and enjoy football. We got some barbecue up here in the press box. It's smelling good. It's a beautiful night. I'm just happy football's back.
I'm with you, man. I mean, when football's back, everything just seems like life is in balance, you know? And you get football, whether it be college or NFL or anything, I mean, it just feels good. And it's that time of the year, so, you know, we got 3 minutes before halftime. Let's take a 2.5-minute break. Come back, have that second half kickoff, and let's grab a little bit of barbecue, Travis, while we got some time, right?
Sounds good.
All right, so we'll take a 2.5-minute break. We're back after this with the second half kickoff.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Berkeley Medical Center is the first hospital in West Virginia to acquire Surgical Theater's 360-degree XR visualization platform for neurological surgery. Surgical Theater provides a new way to take an immersive look inside the brain and spine that can be used for patient engagement, preoperative planning, and intraoperative visualization. Dr. Jonathan Sherman with the WVU Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute is the first neurosurgeon in West Virginia to offer this revolutionary platform. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
Hi, this is Talk Radio WRNR and TV10's Rob Mario. My family first stayed at La Bella Vita at Deep Creek Lake in Maryland several summers ago, and we've gone back every summer since. La Bella Vita is owned by Martinsburg residents who've meticulously decorated and furnished this amazing mountaintop vacation home with breathtaking lake views that is only 2 hours away, featuring 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, a fireplace, a large family room with an 85-inch TV, a hot tub, and multiple decks. There's lots more of the La Bella Vita experience to enjoy, including Deep Creek Lake itself, a 3,900-acre lake with 69 miles of shoreline. It's a great combination, and it's waiting for you. So take it from somebody who's been there multiple times. You are going to love staying at La Bella Vita at Deep Creek Lake. For more information, visit the Facebook page or contact Tailor Made Deep Creek Vacations and Sales, or call 301-750-2182.
Dominican University, Panther Stadium, Nick Verzolini, Travis Smith. Happy to have you with us for Shepherd University Rams football. The Rams lead at 14-10 here on TV10. And Travis, we're getting ready for the second half. It'll be Rams ball to begin the second half. And a chance to really build on that last drive where they closed out the first half of play with a beautiful drive of 10 plays, 79 yards, 5:06 off the clock. And Orion Beach touchdown. That brought to you by 61st Delegate Jason Barrett. Trusted leadership, real solutions. As we have our second half kickoff brought to you by Bears Repair, located at 904 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. For all your automotive repair needs, call the certified mechanics at Bears Repair at 304-262-02-208. So a chance to build on that drive here, Travis, to begin the second half.
So interesting to see if the Rams stick with the hot hand, or do they try to get a little bit more balanced and get that running game established?
Kick goes out of bounds, so Shepherd will have good field position here to begin this second half. Our third quarter sponsors are Smallwood and Small Insurance and Orsini's. Those are your third quarter sponsors. So Shepherd will have it at the 35-yard line. As we begin this second half of play, 14-10, the Rams leading. Nick Verzolini, Travis Smith, happy to have you with us for the season opener, their 2021 season opener. It's good to have Shepherd football back in action. Colin McLaughlin down on the sidelines. Matt Miller, our cameraman, Spencer Dupuis back in the studio keeping us on the air. Bajan straight drop back. Looking deep down the far sideline for, I believe, Josh Pulse, and it's breaking up and incomplete.
That time, plenty of time for Bajan to look around the field, work through his progressions, and then come back to Pulse. Good defensive play that time in the backfield by, looked like Godwin Joe in on the play, the 5'10", 175-pound senior out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Interesting name there, Godwin Joe. When I looked at it, I thought Godwin has to be his last name. That can't be right. And then I was wrong. It is Godwin Joe. So the reverse name. Bajan in the shotgun here, under 15 minutes to go in this third quarter, just getting started. Beach goes in motion. They'll give it to Beach on the end around. Beach has a hole to the outside. Ryan Beach uses his speed. First down and more. Beach across midfield and cuts it back, but he stepped out of bounds on that far sideline. Look at Ryan Beach rumble down the sidelines. Not really rumble because he's not very big, but
he's not a rumbler. He's a zoomer. He zooms down the field. But you see the difference in speed on the field. Ohio Dominican tries that play, giving the ball to their wide receiver, David Turner, not able to get the edge. Shepherd comes out, gives the ball to Beach. Not only does he get the edge, he's able to turn it upfield and nearly cut it back to the middle of the field and get even more yards on the play.
The speedy freshman Ryan Beach zooming down the sideline. That's Travis giving that word. Bajan fires over the middle. He finds Beach again. He gets to the outside, and inside the 45-yard line goes Ryan Beach. The slot receiver now with 6 receptions in this ball game. So 2nd and 5 from the 44-yard line of Ohio Dominican. Rams coming out again with passes to begin this drive. Bajan in the gun, 2 receivers to the near side. Bajan looks to throw, straight drop back. He's going deep down the right sideline. Greg Leonard, incomplete.
A little late on the throw, a little bit behind Leonard. Leonard working in on the post, attacking that defensive back again. Godwin Joe on the coverage, doing a good job playing over top of that post, not wanting to get burned deep once again. So playing it safe, playing that leverage over the top.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 5 for the Rams. Ball on the Ohio Dominican 44-yard line. Bajan in the gun. Those Rams golden horns really glowing now in this night lights game here, Thursday night football. We'll have Martinsburg football for you tomorrow as they take on Musselman. And we have a penalty here. I'm sorry, timeout.
That clock was running down. Coach McCook not wanting to burn a timeout this early in the second half.
But being forced to.
Being forced to. You're 3rd and 4. You're in a manageable situation to get the conversion, so you don't want to back it up with 5 yards. And it looked like there was a miscommunication as to where Ronnie Brown was going to line up. He originally lined up in sidecar right, and Bajan tells him to go to the left. Coaches from the sideline are telling him something different. And McCook was, let's go ahead and call this timeout, pull everybody over, make sure everybody's on the same page when we go here to get this 3rd down. Big 3rd down conversion here early on in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, I mean, you have a chance to put some more points on this board. 14-10 our score. Is 3rd down and 5 from the 44 for the Rams. 3 receivers go to the near side. Bajan in the gun. Ohio Dominican fans come to their feet. Bajan takes the snap. He'll keep running to the outside. Tyson Bajan's going to be short by about a yard of the first down marker.
Dawson Dales was not having any of it.
And a late flag comes flying in. A great throw by the official. Really got that elevated. That, depending on what this call is, Travis, could be huge if it's something like a late hit or something like that that goes against Ohio Dominican.
Hey, like conduct. Shepherd number 79.
It's the opposite.
15-yard penalty. 4th down.
I tell you what, that's an offensive lineman being an enforcer for his quarterback. It felt like Dales was a little bit too rough with his guy. He's going to let him know about it. Bajan didn't pick up the first down, but a message has been sent. You're offensive lineman. You can't let a defender go out there and take a shot like that on your quarterback. So, I mean, you wanted to get the first down. Bajan got tackled short of that. But that offensive lineman, he's sending a message that you're not going to be able to take free shots like that on my quarterback. So, can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at sending that message.
Yeah, they called him for taunting, but I don't know what he would be taunting about after his guy got stuffed. But bad snap here on the punt. Down inside the 20. That's a miscue for the Rams, and that means
there was a bad snap early in the first half, too.
Yeah.
It looks like Brian Walker is that long snapper. That's a difficult job. It's a difficult job, and when you know you're doing your job well is when you're anonymous and nobody knows your name. But if people know your name, that means that you messed up, and that's a huge, huge swing of events right there.
So Colin McLaughlin does have an injury update for us. We will try to get it to him, though, next chance we get. Ernst in the gun. They'll give it to Whitaker. Whitaker running, slicing his way through the Rams defense inside the 10-yard line. 12:40 to go in this third quarter. 14-10 Shepherd, and after, another miscue, allowing Ohio Dominican.
And Ernst delivering a big block on that play to break things open for Whitaker.
Whitaker again up the middle, this time gets stuffed. Looks like Jawan Addison was there first. But Holloway, I believe, was stacking up in there as well. I mean, really that D-line for Shepherd, a strong unit. I mean, a lot of veterans. Nasheed Bridgman, a senior. Ricky Robinson, a grad senior. Kyle Smith, a senior. Jawan Addison, a grad senior. So, I mean, I want to talk about experience. That D-line definitely has that.
2 zone plays. Let's see if Ernst pulls it on this one.
Ernst will give it to Whitaker. Whitaker bouncing to the outside. He's so patient. And did he get into the end zone? He did. Touchdown, Ohio Dominican. And that will make it 16-14 here with 11:59 to go in this third quarter.
And it looks like Ohio Dominican offensive coordinator Mike Hartline got into his young running back's ear during halftime, telling him, be patient, slow it down. It goes against everything that they're trained to do as a running back, but you have to let those big guys up front do their job, do all the dirty work, and clear a path for you. And that time, the young running back showing some veteran patience.
He does a great job, though, of when he does show patience to kind of slice his way through the hole and get skinny and get in there. As the extra point is good by Quackenbush, and we'll send it now. We'll now send it down to Colin McLaughlin, who has an injury update for us.
Thank you, guys. Up in the press box, injury update down here. Isaiah Farmer, number 42 for Shepherd, out here on crutches. No shoulder pads on. It looks like he's going to be done the rest of the night. It looks like one of his knees is wrapped up as well. Couldn't remember if it's his left or right. I'd have to relook. Back up to you guys in the press box.
Thanks, Colin. And we'll keep it here as though we're going to go quickly here at the kickoff unit. So a back-and-forth game, Travis, but it's been really fun. I mean, really couldn't ask for much more. But, again, a Shepherd miscue leading to points for the Panthers. So, how do you clean that stuff up, especially special teams?
It's a bad snap. Similar to a bad kick, but it all counts the same. It's a turnover. It's a turnover, and that was one of the keys that Shepherd had to avoid. So you count that as a turnover. You give this Ohio Dominican offense that ball on a short porch, they're going to be able to take it in. And you saw the Panthers, they weren't playing around. We're just running the ball. We're not doing anything fancy. We're not giving that defensive line anything to hit. We're running right at them, and that's what you need to do against speed. You need to run right at them, and that's what the Panthers did.
Quackenbush will kick it away for the Panthers. Rams sending 2 guys back deep. And it's a short kick fielded inside the 5-yard line by Ronnie Brown. Brown gets stopped right at the 15-yard line. It's a bad field position here, Travis, for the Rams.
Big hit that time by Alex Blevins. Coming in, nominee for the collision of the game Brought to you by Cody's Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family owned and offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. You can check them out on Facebook, or you can give them a call at 304-901-4777.
So we have another injury on the field. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
How we used to change the channel.
Honey, can you change the channel?
Sure.
How we used to order food.
What can I get you, hon?
Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
He drives, he shoots, he missed, he missed.
Oh, man. Got the chips.
We'll be right back. Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium. 17-14, Ohio Dominican now leading the Shepherd University Rams as the player gets up from his injury and walks off the field. Appeared to be number 21, Travis, which would be
Dondre Jackson, a freshman defensive back. They have him listed as 5'3", 120 pounds.
It's pretty small.
It would make sense that he was shaking up on a special teams play at the Division II college football level.
Dyson Bagent in the shotgun. Two wide receivers set and flag. Stadium got loud. I mean, this is a good crowd, really, for a Thursday night Division II game in the city that is owned by Ohio State. They're playing tonight. They're on the road. I mean, people still coming out to support Ohio Dominican.
You can just tell people are just happy to get out of the house. They're happy to be out here
for college football.
Yeah, college football.
Especially in a year, too, where this team didn't play last year, or last season. And, Ohio State only played like 6 games because of the Big Ten schedule. So, I mean, people are just happy to have football. Because after the penalty, it's 1st and 15, Bagent in the gun. Again, he has to explain something to the Browns. So, I mean, these miscues with the running backs seem to be pretty evident. As Bagent snaps, fires over the middle, complete to Beach. Beach gets past the original line of scrimmage before being thrown down around the 18-yard line.
Dale's on the tackle yet again. You don't expect it from a linebacker that's 6 foot, 230 pounds.
To keep up with a slot receiver.
Yeah, the type of game that Beach has had. He's like, I finally got a hold of you. I'm going to make you feel this.
Bagent in the shotgun. 3 receivers set. Bagent looks to throw. Looking left. Now comes back toward the right side for his intended man, which I believe was 86, but it could have also been Pulse.
And that's usually a mistake on the wide receiver's part. If you have 2 wide receivers in the same area, it's usually the mistake on the wide receiver's part. But again, Shepherd not doing themselves any favor, getting behind the chains and putting themselves basically in strictly passing situations. That really gives a lot of help to the defense because they kind of know what you're doing. You're boxed in once you get to that point.
It kind of just almost like a duck sitting out there was that pass. I mean, it didn't really look to be going toward anyone, and I'm not certain. Some sort of miscommunication between the wide receiver and the quarterback. Bagent now with all day to throw, fires over the middle, complete. That time, it's caught by the other tight end, which is Brian Walker, the more blocking tight end that you mentioned. Walker there with the first down.
Well, that's what you use your tight ends to do, especially those big guys. Use them to work the hash marks, work inside the hash marks in particular. 6'5", 240-pound junior out of Clarksburg, Maryland, coming up with the big third down conversion for that Rams offense.
1st down and 10 after the Walker reception. Bagent in the gun looking to run. How about that? Oh, no, play action. He tricked me, but he couldn't find his wide receiver. I thought we had a run play for the first time in forever.
A flag from deep in the secondary, like a flag coming from that back judge. So I'm curious what it's going to be.
Penalty, automatic first down.
Mike kind of cutting in and out, but it was holding against Ohio Dominican. That was on.
And that's one of the things that happens when you're able to sell a good fake. Even though Shepherd hasn't been running the ball effectively tonight, they've been able to sell a good fake, and those defenders have to respect it. That's a discipline unit. They're going to bite on some of those.
Deshaun Hill called for the penalty, and now on 1st and 10, and what do we have here? A whistle comes in from the sideline.
Perhaps some type of equipment issue.
Well, the officials gather. Game clock was not set correctly.
Some time ran off. They want to reset it from 10:28 back to 10:35. So far, kind of a weird rhythm here in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you. As you know, some penalties and then stoppages of play. 10:35 to go in this third quarter. Shepherd trails by 3. Bajent, straight drop back, steps up in the pocket, now looks to run. Bajent fighting forward, dives across the 45-yard line. And into Ohio Dominican territory goes Tyson Bajent on what results in essentially a QB keeper up the middle.
That time, Bajent able to step up in the pocket, make something happen. Jalen Garner delivering the hit, and he came dangerously close to getting a late hit. Even though this isn't the NFL, quarterbacks are still protected, so when that quarterback gives himself up, you just got to go ahead and let that whistle blow and try to get him the next play within the framework of the play.
2 receivers to the near side for the Rams on a 2nd down. Bajent again looking to throw. Firing over the middle, can't connect of his tight end, Alex Wetzel, who I believe just couldn't haul it in on that over the middle pass.
Kind of a role reversal. Wetzel's been used more as a blocker so far this game, whereas the other big tight end able to make some plays catching the ball, and Brian Walker.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because when Walker made his catch, he almost looked more how you would imagine Wetzel to be in terms of like size and athleticism, and you know, it's almost like they did change jersey numbers. How I got confused in the first half. 3rd down here, 3rd and 4. Straight drop back for Bajent. He now rolls out to the right, looking deep down the sideline. A wide open Ryan Beach, and he'll walk in for 6. Touchdown Rams.
Ryan Beach, just a blown coverage in the secondary. Bajent able to roll out, extend that play. There was nothing back there. Beach, he's been kicking it into high gear all night. On that one, he was able to stroll into the end zone.
A 55-yard bomb from Tyson Bajent to Ryan Beach, and the Rams regain the lead here at Panther Stadium at 2017 with the extra point now on the field.
That's something. Beach has just emerged as a playmaker for this Rams offense.
He is an early candidate for our player of the game with 9:40 to go here in this third quarter. Extra point is good. So the Rams extend the lead here to 21-17. 9:40 to go in this third quarter. We're back in 60 seconds right after this.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
I picked Shepherd University because I'm not just a number.
One of the things that surprised me is how friendly everyone is.
I like being able to walk down the street and have the professors recognize me by name.
I'm constantly learning.
But it also has taught me so much about myself and about what I want to do with my future.
The location at Shepherd is amazing.
Cities like Washington, D.C., Baltimore are only about an hour, hour and a half away.
You just got to see it. Once you see it, it just takes your heart.
to Panther Stadium. August Scriven kicks it off into the end zone. It'll be a touchback for Ohio Dominican. So, I mean, this is just back and forth for Travis. And that 55-yard touchdown play, I mean, for Ryan Beach on what it ended up being a 9:40 remaining in this first half, 45-yard touchdown pass, making it 21-17. Beach, a contender now with 2 scores for player of the game, another contender for the electrifying play of the game. But I'll just go one for you.
Yeah, player of the game. That's brought to you by Smallwood Small Insurance, presented on TV 10 in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution, located on 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg.
Quick pass here from Ernst, finds Turner on the outside. Turner with a nice little stutter step, gets across the 20, but it didn't really fool anybody. He did that stutter step as Antonio Fox comes up to make the tackle. Chris Lane also in there talking a little bit of smack, it looks like, as well.
That's too bad, because that was a good lead block out there by tight end Colby Ryder, the 6'3", 260-pound graduate student out of Bering Springs, Virginia. Gave him a good block on the edge. It's that Shepherd defense is just so good at rallying to the football.
Our third quarter brought to you by Smallwood Small Insurance and Orsini's. So the electrifying play of the game is brought to you by Orsini's as well, if you want to throw Beach in there. So those guys getting their third quarter and their plays. Everything you want. Sure. Short run. We have 3rd down and 4. 3rd and about 1, actually, after the 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Ernst will give it to Whitaker. Whitaker has the first down across the 35 to about the 36. 2-yard pickup, and he only needed 1.
And again, this Panthers offense doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, not with blocking up front, but with a steady run game to try to wear out that defensive front, slow them down. Like we mentioned earlier, Farmer is out with an injury, so that rotation's been shortened up. Maybe you can tire those guys out with a sustained running attack.
It's kind of the opposite of what Shepherd's been trying to do, throwing it on almost every play. As Ernst steps up, looking deep down the sideline. Caught inside the 35 for the Ohio Dominican Panthers. It is, I believe, Dryson Carlisle with the reception. Was that an 8 or a 6? Did you get a good look at it?
I didn't get a good look at that, but
I think it's actually number 8, which would be James Morgan with the reception.
And right now, Ricky Robinson, that defensive standout on that defensive line for the Rams on the field. Trainers are attending to him. And I bet you Ernst really wishes he had that throwback, because that was a bit of a duck.
Yeah.
And he hit him with the double move on the outside. That's something that they must have seen in the scouting report, because they've really gone after that right side of the field using those double moves out there on the wide receiver. So Ernst, a little bit of a duck. The wide receiver had to work back to catch him. A good job going up, catching a contested ball, and getting a big play, a much-needed play for that Panthers offense.
21-17 our score, 8:09 to go in this third quarter. It looks like Robinson's down with a cramp as they're stretching him out around midfield. So we'll keep it here as he now comes to his feet. So that's good to see. It appears that nothing significant.
You can see the calf muscle cramping from up here. That's a big dude, and that's a big calf.
That it is.
Like we just mentioned, the rotation's going to be shortened with Farmer out with an injury. Not going to be able to rotate in fresh bodies on that defensive line, and they're starting to get wore down with Ohio Dominican really trying to dedicate themselves to the run here in the second half.
And they really don't have a lot of big bodies either. You know, they're kind of a smaller D-line. I mean, they rely on their speed more so than size. And so here we go. Here's a big pancake block on the outside, and Whitaker, again, fighting his way through the hole to the outside. And we see some tangles up between the offense and defensive linemen.
Guys getting a bit chippy. Looks like that time right guard John Spears was giving somebody the business on the bottom of the pile. That's a lot of beef down there, and the last place you want to be is on the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, definitely. Some D linemen out there right now. Looks like Holloway, Matt Berdowski, who's a Martinsburg kid, and kind of Kyle Smith out there as well. So kind of a smaller D line. And his quick pass complete to David Turner, but only got maybe a yard on the reception to the 39. Turner's been effective, but again, you know, we talked about really not a whole lot of big plays besides that catch we had earlier.
Yeah, because there's no run after the catch. It's such a tremendous job of rallying to the football, making those blocks on the outside. And we want to talk about that size up front for the Rams defense. Not a lot of it. You look at the weights across the board, 210, 210, 270, 260, 265, 230. It's not a lot of beef up there. They got one 300-pounder in Nasheed Bridgman, but he doesn't get out there too often. They tend to go with the speedier guys to put pressure on the quarterback. So not a lot of beef. And, again, only having one big guy, that's not going to make that much a difference if you're rotating bodies in and out like that. So
yeah, Bridgman on the field currently, and it also looks like Ricky Robinson has also ran back out there. So good to see, and quickly there with the cramp to get him back out there. Good job by the training staff. So here we go, 3rd and short. 3rd and maybe 1. Ernst in the gun. Give it to Whitaker. Whitaker bouncing to the outside, then comes back up the middle, has the first down. And again, Ohio Dominican driving down into Rams territory inside the 15-yard line. Or inside the 20-yard line, excuse me.
You can certainly tell that somebody talked to Whitaker during halftime because his running style has completely changed than what it was in the first half. Maybe it was, first game jitters, trying to do a little bit too much with the ball, trying to hit the home run, but certainly seems like somebody talked to him and be like, hey, you just need to pound that thing inside.
Both teams really run more of a zone blocking scheme, too, as Smith has pressure on the quarterback again. He's got his 3rd sack of the night. Kyle Smith brings down Ernst in the backfield. He's a monster off the edge tonight.
Big collision. They switched sides on that time, and Kyle Smith coming up with my nominee of Collision of the Game, brought to you by Cody's Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family owned and offering superior customer service for great pricing for a job by experienced and certified technicians. Kyle Smith usually lining up on that right side, and he's been applying a lot of pressure from that right side. They switch, put him over top of the left tackle. That's a little bit better matchup as far as size-wise, and he's able to beat him off the edge with athleticism.
Well, now he's back on that right side, so anytime you have a pass rusher that you can move around, it's really tough for the offensive line to figure it out. Ernst now, straight drop back. Smith again provides pressure. It's almost intercepted. Antonio Fox came diving in and nearly had the pick. It was a great effort to break it up nonetheless, and we have 3rd and 15.
Fox almost undercutting that post route. The ball was thrown a little bit behind, but Fox is very dangerous in the secondary. 5 interceptions in 2019.
5:27 to go in this 3rd quarter of play. Shepard leading Ohio Dominican 21-17. 3rd down and 15 for the Panthers in Ram territory. At the 27-yard line. Ernst takes the snap, straight drop back, under pressure again. Now rolls out to the right, intercepted! Inside the 10-yard line, he threw it right to Antonio Fox. Oh, I'm getting confused. What team?
No, that was a completion. He throws the comeback to his big wide receiver on the sideline. Ernst doing a good job of getting outside of that pressure, buying some time, extending that play, and the wide receiver making a savvy play, working back to the ball. I believe it was David Turner.
It was.
Coming back to make that catch on the sideline. That's 2 savvy veterans understanding the situation and helping each other out to make the play for their team.
I see gold and I think Rams for some reason. Ernst running to the outside goes Whitaker. Whitaker bouncing off tacklers. Whitaker all the way inside the 5-yard line, staying on his feet and rumbling inside the 5 goes Travis Whitaker.
And you see how dramatic that change is when Ohio Dominican gets away from that running game, that pressure is immediate in Evan Ernst to face. So they have to go back to the running. They have to make that defensive line play honest and try to wear them down and take some of that steam out of them.
I mean, that was a 3rd and 15, too, when Ernst came out and made that throw. Give to Whitaker again, staying patient, bouncing around the middle of the field, inside the 5, down about the 4 or 3-yard line goes Whitaker.
And a bit of a different look on that play. Usually just your basic zone plays, but on that one looked like they tried to run a trap inside. And that's one of the things that you can do to try to slow down a defense that really pressures you upfield. We've already seen the screen pass, but if you run a trap, they can also serve that same credit because if you have that defensive lineman and he's getting upfield, that's going to create a big lane for the running back. At that time, those linebackers able to step up and fill that hole.
3:35 to go in this third quarter, 21-17. Our score, Rams on top. Whitaker stuffed in the backfield by Jawan Addison, coming right through the line and making the play.
One thing you cannot count out is the heart of that Shepherd Rams defense. Bend but don't break on this drive, forcing the Panthers to go for a field goal when they thought that they had a chance to possibly take the lead with a touchdown. Hats off to that Rams defense. Did not break.
Quackenbush will attempt the field goal here. Ball at the 6, so a about 23-yarder. And the field goal is good. So that will make it 21-20. And Travis, I don't know about you, I might go for it there because 4 points. I mean, it does make it a 1-point game, so you can still win the game, I guess, on a field goal, which is the thinking.
I imagine the Panthers are probably thinking, we're doing a good job on defense. We've had a couple busted plays where big plays have beaten us, but it hasn't been too many sustained drives that have resulted in points. So it's like we take the points, we keep the momentum on our sidelines, and possibly we get the ball back with a chance to take the lead with a field goal. They're confident. They pulled out a game like this the last time they faced Shepherd in Shepherdstown. So they're playing for the long game. It's like, look, if we hang around and play patient, we'll have a chance to win this game late. There's no reason to try to force anything right now, have a momentum shift, and give the ball right back to Shepherd in that high-powered offense. So conservative, yes, I agree, but I believe it's the smart play this time.
Yeah, and now I'm thinking about it more, too, third quarter, so you don't want to chase points in the third. Rather only be down 1 with 2:44 to go in the third. Still plenty of football left in this game.
Good drive. You ate up some clock. You're wearing the defense down.
So Quackenbush will kick it away. Now in a 1-point game. Shepherd still leading 21-20. Kick is a high kick. Fielded at the 10 by Ronnie Brown. Brown trying to get some room to the outside. Brown's got blockers in front. Stops at the 20 and then ducks out of bounds. How about the 23-yard line? 22. So Shepherd back on offense here in a 21-20 lead. And, I mean, Travis, we've seen the big plays from this Shepherd offense. But, again, really only one great drive from Shepherd so far. And that was right before the end of the first half. But besides that, I mean,
nothing sustained.
It's been big plays.
So it's like you put the faith in your defense. You know you got talent on the back end. That was a busted coverage on that last play. So you're trying to play the percentages. We've played well. We've made them try to march the field. The only thing that they've got is just big plays. But trying to take one of those big plays is easier said than done with this Rams offense.
The running game has been completely abandoned. So in case you didn't know, Bajan dropped back the pass, and this time he's sacked. That was 92. Arian Smoot Baker with the sack. You like that name?
Aaron Smoot Baker. Ron. In on the tackle. And that time, just the whole pocket collapsed. And we're seeing Bajan having to wait in the pocket a long time for his wide receivers to get open. So still not that quick release that we're used to seeing out of that Rams offensive passing game.
So that brings it to a 2nd down and 15 for Tyson Bajan, as they'll dump it down to Ryan Beach. Beach gets it across the original line of scrimmage.
See, I knew one of us was going to say Travis.
I think you actually said it early in the game. You said Travis Bajan. I'm thinking Travis because you're right next to me, Travis.
Oh, yeah. Don't put it on me.
Yeah. So I think you said it early in the game. But I didn't want to correct you. I just let you go. 3rd down here. It will probably happen again at some point throughout the season. Bajan dropping back. Fires over the middle, complete to Ryan Beach again, right at the sticks.
That's a bad spot.
They're going to give him the 1st down, but
man, they didn't do him any favors with that spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there where that first down marker originally was. I was surprised they didn't measure it or anything. They just moved it right away.
Yet again, when the Rams need a play, Beach has been the guy that they go to.
He's been huge for this team. Under a minute to go in this third quarter. Rams lead by 1, 21-20. Brown in the backfield, lined up behind Bajan. Play action. They're going deep down the middle of the field, and that one's intercepted. Great play by the safety, Jaden Hill, who came in, made the interception on what looked like a tight window, trying to hit Greg Leonard on the seam route, and it was a great play by Hill.
You have to give credit to that defensive coordinator for Ohio Dominican, Trent Voss. Ran a robber coverage on the back end where it looks like that one safety to the play side is going to go down, try to take care of something underneath. Bajan doing that pump fake, going downtown, thinking that he has somebody wide open in the seam, and then that other safety comes over the top to pick him off. It was a good-looking throw, but it was better defense on that time by Jaden Hill, coming up the 6'1", 185-pound redshirt sophomore.
21-20, 41.5 seconds to go in this third quarter. And they'll run it up the middle. There's Pitts lowering his shoulder and fighting forward, but not finding much yardage to about the 40-yard line. To take it from the 41 to the 39, we'll give him 2 yards on the carry.
And Pitts a little bit more of a banger, 5'10", 200 pounds. So he's pretty stout when he's able to run the ball up the middle.
So trying to get one more play in before this third quarter comes to a close. 2nd down and 8. Quick pass, near side caught. Down to the 31-yard line. That was complete to Austin Davis.
This Panther offense has just got back to basics. We're going to pound you with the football, get ahead of the chains, then go back to our precision passes underneath and just pick up those plays, just chunks at a time, 4- and 5-yard chunks at a time. But those plays start to add up to first downs, and the Panthers are betting that they're going to start adding up to touchdowns.
After that 45-yard touchdown reception by Ryan Beach, Ohio Dominican has really gained the momentum here, driving once again. We'll see how this one closes out. We'll head to the fourth quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds after this with the Rams leading 21-20.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Timeout, so we're good. Did you give him the hand signal up there? It's like, hey, hey. Did you run out with the red hat and put your hand up? Still a TV timeout.
So we got a timeout here as we welcome you back to Panther Stadium. 21-20, the Rams lead the Panthers. Nick Verzolini, Travis Smith here on the call. And Travis, we are about to get ready for a 3rd and 1. You were telling me your prediction here. You think they're going to try to keep it with Ernst?
I think Ernst is going to keep it. They've been really working that zone read action with the running back, working across the quarterback's face out of that sidecar position. They've had a lot of success with it. That last time down towards the goal line they tried to do that, the Rams defense was able to blow it up, but they really had to crash in hard to do it. Ernst saw something that he wanted to call the timeout. You got a veteran senior quarterback like that, you're going to trust his judgment so they can come over to the sidelines, get everybody on the same page, and go out here and convert this 3rd down. But I think put the ball in his hands, let him make something happen.
This is a 3rd and 1 from the Rams 31. Panthers driving into Rams territory to begin this fourth quarter after the interception, which set up this drive. And all of a sudden here, it's a chance for Ohio Dominican to take the lead back in this 21-20 ball game. And now we got a flag coming in.
Movement that time by Spencer Klopstein, the tight end, 6'4", 210 pounds out on the edge. Could not keep his composure. They tried to draw him off with a hard count and wind up beating themselves, and that has been one of the things that has haunted Ohio Dominican in tonight's game is penalties. Penalties have hurt them.
You can't have that, too, out of a timeout.
You're coming out of a time. You know you're going on to. You know you want the defense to flinch, yet you go up there telling yourself, don't jump. And the second
that happens
moves,
every time
jump.
time you tell yourself not to jump, you jump.
7 penalties for 50 yards. I guess we can add 5 more on that. 8 for 55 yards.
So there's a 3rd down now and 6. Pass over the middle, very close to that first down marker. Turner on the reception. Yeah, I think it's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Credit to Ponce de Leon coming up, really riding that wide receiver, not letting him get to the sticks. Good play that time.
3 yards short, it looks like.
I'll tell you what, that Rams defense.
6, they only get 3. Or 3rd and 6, excuse me. So that will bring it to 4th and 3.
Surprised that that's been a couple times that the veteran wide receiver has been short of the sticks on 3rd down.
Seen the complete opposite from Shepherd with Ryan Beach. Here's 4th down and 3. Ernst over the middle. That's a first down.
That time he got it done. Yep. I think he wanted a chance to atone for his mistake, and his quarterback was going to give him a chance to do that.
Turner gets to the sticks. I mean, again, he only got like 3 or 4 yards. So he's run that same route. Just that time, it's enough for a first.
Well, that is, it shows confidence in your players. Like, you know who your horses are on the team, and you show confidence in them by calling plays like that.
Ernst now on the shotgun. They'll give it to Pitts. Pitts bouncing and finding a hole before being driven back, but forward progress will take him down to about the 25-yard line. 13 and a half minutes to go in this one, at least in regulation. 21-20. Shepherd leading, but holding on by a thread as the Panthers driving down the field against the Rams. Just outside the red zone here at the 25-yard line of Shepherd. Ernst in the gun. He'll give to Pitts. Pitts slices his way through a hole, sheds off one man. Down inside the 20 goes Pitts for what should be another first down for Shepherd.
Quick hands by Ernst on that play. That was a low snap. He had to almost roll that up off of his hip before he was able to hand it off to the running back. So, again, just some veteran leadership down the stretch is really helping out this Panthers offense on a crucial drive to begin the 4th quarter.
So it'll be about a yard short. He needed to get to the 19. He got to the 20. It'll be 3rd down and 1 from the 20-yard line. They'll give it to Pitts, and he's driven back. I don't know if he's going to get that one, Travis.
He's a yard short. I don't know if that was a miscommunication or that play was designed to be a draw play, but Pitts was slow getting off the ball, so it may have been a miscommunication as far as what the snap count is. There are a couple of Rams players still down on the field.
Yeah, so with that, we'll take a 60-second break, and we'll have more here from Panther Stadium. We're back at 60 after this.
I picked Shepherd University because I'm not just a number.
One of the things that surprised me is how friendly everyone is.
I like being able to walk down the street and have the professors recognize me by name.
I'm constantly learning.
It also has taught me so much about myself and about what I want to do with my future.
The location at Shepherd is amazing.
Cities like Washington, D.C., Baltimore are only about an hour and a half away.
You just got to see it. Once you see it, it just takes your heart.
The Honda Civic and the Accord are uniquely stylish in their own way. But do you know what they have in common? Reliability and comfort? Sure. Available turbocharged engines? Of course. But also, the driver, having fun for no reason, except for the thrill of driving a Honda. Kelley Blue Book's 2021 Best Value Brand.
Miller Honda, south of Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. www.mymillerhonda.com.
Based on 2021 Brand Image Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit kbb.com for more information.
Quarter 12:21 to play, and Quackenbush on for the field goal. So kind of talked about this earlier when they went for the field goal, and now this would be a field goal to take the lead. If Quackenbush is able to make this one, which ball on the 20-yard line, so about a 37-yard field goal for Quackenbush a good snap, good hold, nearly a block. Quackenbush's kick is good.
He crushed that one. There's no doubt about it. They could have backed him up 10 yards, and it still would have went through.
So that gives Ohio Dominican the lead back here at 23-21 with 12 minutes to go in this one. And now a crucial drive coming up for Shepherd.
So far, the Rams offense really responds. After a score, they come out there and they usually either put together a good drive or go for the big play, but they've responded so far when the Panthers have had some success on offense. So curious to see if that trend is going to hold true here in the fourth quarter. And the Rams, they need a sustained drive because that defensive unit is getting tired, especially up front. They need a sustained drive really bad right now.
So Rams turnover results in a field goal after the Bajan interception. Quackenbush able to nail the 37-yarder. That drive summary brought to you by 61st District Delegate Jason Barrett. Trusted leadership, real solutions. And now the Panthers will kick it away with a 2-point lead. 12 minutes to go in this fourth quarter of play from Panther Stadium. Ohio Dominican now leading 23-21. Nick Verzley and Travis Smith, happy to have you with us. Colin McLaughlin down on the sidelines. Matt Miller, our camera operator, and Spencer Dupuis back in the studio in Martinsburg, keeping us on air and online. Kick goes into the end zone for a touchback, and the Rams will start at the 25.
This has been a back-and-forth contest. Both teams going at each other's strengths. There's nothing where teams are trying to be cute and outthink their opponent. They're using their strengths. They are attacking their opponent's strengths, and so far they've had success on both sides of the ball for both teams. Penalties have hindered Ohio Dominican, and turnovers have slowed down the momentum for the Rams.
Let's go Panthers chance here at Panther Stadium with Ohio Dominican leading by 2, 23-21, 12:02 to go in this fourth quarter. Bajan in the gun. Here's a run play. Haven't heard that in a while. Brown scampering to the outside, doesn't find much room. Takes it to the 27.
And it's surprising because when you put a running back in that doesn't play much, one of the things that you really have to do is give him the football because you're not going to be sure what he's going to do if you ask him to do something else. So you have to put him in there like you're getting the ball, and that way it kind of takes out some of the worry about what he might do.
Brown has pretty much turned into the lead back, though, here tonight with Hebron out. Schwartz kind of struggling, and he's kind of been given the reins. So he'll give it to Brown here again, and he slices forward up the middle for a few to the 32-yard line.
The Rams ran a similar action in the first half, but instead they faked the handoff to the inside and threw the swing pass out to Beach. This time they elect to give the ball to Brown, but you definitely have to worry about Beach's speed on the edge.
Interesting that Shepherd's came out on this drive running the football after so many passes. 3rd down and 3. Bajan in the gun. You got to expect pass here. Beach goes in motion. Bajan takes a snap. He'll roll out to the right, looking downfield. No one open. Still rolling. Fires back across his middle of the field for Pulse. Flag comes in. You never want to do that, coming back across your body when you roll to the right. Kind of a dangerous throw there, Travis.
I'm surprised to see him make that throw, but
flag did come in.
And it looks like they're pointing at Ohio Dominican on that play. Again, looks like they tried to go back to that play that Beach scored the big touchdown on. They roll him out, look like he's hitting hard into the sidelines, and then they run that wheel route after the defense bites on it. That time, Ohio Dominican stay disciplined. It looks like it might have been some contact on the back end of the play.
2 fouls on the defense. Pass interference. 20 penalties declined. Personal passer, defense number 35.
That's huge.
Yeah. Again, so that's 2. That's going to bring up their total tonight to have to check. I misspoke earlier. That's going to be 8 penalties for over 70 yards for Ohio Dominican.
So 10:38 to go in this one. Ohio Dominican leads 23-21. The Rams' drive is extended after the 15-yard roughing the passing call passer call. Bajent will give it to Brown. Brown sheds off one tackler across midfield. Brown still running hard for the first down. Into Ohio Dominican territory goes Ronnie Brown. Down to the, we'll see where they spot it. Looks like the 42.
Sometimes you have to use the run game to set up the pass game, but the Rams have used the pass game to set up the run game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, finally getting that ground game going, which we talked about was a key heading in, and Brown doing some nice things on this drive. McCook is in the game, so more of a power formation. Him and Wetzel go in motion to the right, from left to right. First down and 10, quick pass to Leonard, who catches it behind the line of scrimmage. Greg Leonard sheds off a tackler and fights forward for extra yardage to about the 47-yard line, or 37, excuse me, and I mean, that looked like that was going to be a stop in the backfield, but Leonard just kept fighting and found a way to make something out of nothing.
Good hands to pluck that one. If he drops that one, that was a lateral. That would have been a fumble. So a good job to save the play and then turn a negative into a positive.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard pickup. Fourth quarter, 23-21, 9:28 to go in this one. Ohio Dominican leading Shepherd. Brown running. Stopped at the line of scrimmage is Ronnie Brown. That is Gerald Wright in on the tackle.
The 6'3", 259-pound redshirt freshman looks a lot bigger than 259 pounds.
Yeah.
He gobbled up Ronnie Brown on that one.
Maybe because he's a freshman, so you think he's bigger. Yeah, I say he looks like more like 270.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
He's kind of lean, though.
Yeah.
Third down here. 3rd and 5 after no gain on the run play. Bajent looks to throw. Under pressure, screen pass, dumps it down to Ronnie Brown. Ronnie Brown has the first down more. Brown inside the 20, inside the 15, still on his feet, down inside the 10 and getting extra pushes from his offensive lineman. What a play by Ronnie Brown. Caught it behind the line of scrimmage and takes it all the way down inside the 10-yard line.
That's something the offensive linemen live for, a chance to push the pile. That time, Ronnie Brown able to get a little help from his big offensive lineman. But Ronnie Brown, we talked about it earlier, he provides a spark when he comes into the game. They've used him a lot more on this. They haven't used him so much in the passing game, but really putting him in his comfort zone, just putting the ball in his hands and allowing him to make plays.
First and goal from the 7-yard line after the Brown reception. Gets the first down on a 3rd and 5. First and goal from the 7. Bajent looks to throw. Fires end zone, tight window, knocked away, incomplete. I think that was Greg Leonard, the intended receiver. I mean, that's a tight window to try to sneak that ball in.
And linebacker Brady Blattner nearly picking that one off. He was playing underneath of that slant, anticipating coming back. I think you see where that Ohio Dominican defense has made that adjustment, not wanting to get burned like they did on that touchdown at the end of the first half. When I have that linebacker hanging out underneath, maybe they can pick off one of those quick slants. That was a dangerous throw.
So Bajent yelling something out to the near sideline. And now takes the snap, looks to throw, fires, end zone, touchdown, Rams. That is Greg Leonard with his 2nd score of the day.
Just beat him on the edge. Just a quick out, great route, awesome throw, touchdown for the Rams.
So Leonard and Beach with a pair of touchdowns in this one. That's the 4th touchdown pass of the evening for Tyson Bajent. So 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, and probably well over 300 yards with all he's been passing today. So field goal here, or extra point, excuse me, to make it what would be a 5-point game. And kick is good. I'll ask you when we come back from the break because we got to get caught up on them, I think. So we'll be back in 60 seconds. 28-23 Rams. You're listening to Shepherd Football.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Hi, my name's Corey, and I'm here at Orsini's in beautiful Martinsburg, West Virginia. We no longer specialize in only appliances. We have kitchen design, countertops, cabinets, flooring, and even a new 1,200 square foot sleep studio with brands such as Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. 304-267-7251, 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg. We price match the big box stores, and we give back to our local community.
Orsini's.com.
And of course, it's on. Welcome back to Panther Stadium. Quick kick return there.
Looks like Jared Zopp in on the stop for the for that Rams kickoff team. Good return. Sets up that offense on the 25.
7:47 to go, 28-23 after the kickoff return. It sets up the Panthers at their own 26. Ernst, straight drop back, looks to throw, fires over the middle, caught. Right around the first down marker, going to be about a yard short. Is Austin Davis with another reception.
He's been quiet. They went to him a lot early on in the game, but it's kind of disappeared a little bit here in the stretch.
Second half, it's been all about David Turner, it seems like. I mean, Turner had a lot of catches in the first half, but he's been making more impactful plays. Whitaker up the middle is stuffed on 2nd and 1. It'll be about 3rd and 1.
You notice that Rams defense, they come out, they had a little bit more time to get a breather on the sidelines, a little bit more time to make those critical adjustments. And that's one of the things that a running game allows that defense to do.
So we have a 28-23 game, 7:04 to go. I was going to ask you if maybe you go for 2 there, go up 6. You seem to think just keep the momentum going, but at this point doesn't really matter. 3rd down and 1 here for the Panthers. Play action. Ernst fires near sideline,
Good
caught
defense
by Turner. It's going to be close, depends on where they stop it.
That's a generous spot.
It was a good play there by
that was really good defense.
Emilio
Pena.
It was really close. I think if he's right at the line when he caught it, so his forward progress would give him that first down. As we move under 6:30.
Pena made a good job on it. He made a good. Yeah. He made him earn it. That was excellent defense. It's better offense.
Sometimes that happens. 1st and 10 now from the 37-yard line. Ernst looks to throw again. Ernst going deep down the far sideline. Just missed the outstretched arms of Austin Davis. James Morgan. All these single-digit receivers kind of get me confused sometimes. He had 6, 8, and 9. So all the numbers kind of look alike.
There you go. Look like John Chaney coming in on the coverage. The 5'8", 188-pound graduate student out of Philadelphia, PA.
2nd down and 10. 4 receivers set for the Panthers. Ernst looking to throw. Dumps it down to Whitaker underneath. Whitaker across the 40 and brought down at the 45-yard line. Now 6 minutes to go.
Looking on that play, if the center looks back inside on that screen pass, I think Whitaker's still running. If he seals off that pursuit from the inside, Whitaker is still running. Good screen. That's something that you have to do to try to make that defensive front play honest. Good timing on the play call, but they missed a big opportunity on that one. Shepard, they dodged a bullet. He turns back inside, picks off that pursuit. Whitaker can cut it back, and he's still running.
Ohio Dominican with just the consistent drives going really up and down the field against the Rams. Under 6 minutes to go here. It's a 5-point Rams lead. 3rd down for the Panthers. Ernst again looking near sideline. Incomplete. He wanted Davis on the sideline, and the flag comes in. They're going to get McDade with the penalty here, I believe. And it's a close call there. They called it on 15, but it had to be 14.
And that shows you the confidence that they have in Pitts' hands. That's a running back that they're lining up out wide versus a corner and throwing a back shoulder fade to him. You don't see that too often. It shows that they have a lot of faith in his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield.
So a crucial Rams penalty gives the Panthers a first down here. First down at 10 from the 40. Turner goes in motion from right to left. Ernst will give it to Pitts. Pitts running hard up the middle, dragging Robinson on his back to about the 36.
That time a slightly different look. They motion the wide receiver back into what is usually called an orbit motion, where he motions behind the running back and the quarterback. What it makes that defense do on the backside, it slows down their pursuit to the ball. So that running back still has an option to either press a place out or put his foot in the ground and cut it back.
2nd and 7, 5 minutes to go in this contest. Shepherd leads by 5. Ernst, straight drop back, looks over the middle, incomplete. Nice job by Antonio Fox in coverage to break up the intended pass.
He just punched it right out of his hands. Tristan Crowley was the intended wide receiver. Fox just comes up. He had it in his hands. And Fox does a good job of just coming up and punching it out. And again, this Panthers offense facing another 3rd and long.
4:55 to go. It's 3rd and 7 from the 37 of Shepherd. Shepherd leads by 5 here in this 4th quarter. Ernst again, straight drop back, steps up, and he's almost sacked by Smith, but he gets it away.
Oh, he's so tough coming off the edge.
Let me tell you, if he gets that sack, and he might already be anyway, but he's definitely in the conversation for player of the game.
Absolutely.
3 sacks here tonight, a key pressure there to get to Ernst, and now, I mean, this is almost the ball game here on this 4th down.
There we go. We can do it. We can make him a nominee for player of the game. Brought to you by Smallwood Small Insurance, presented on TV 10, located in Martinsburg. The total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg.
4th down and 7. 4:51 to go in this one. The 2021 season opener, Ohio Dominican and Shepherd going back and forth in what has been a thrilling game here at Panther Stadium, and we'll take a timeout. We're back in 60 seconds after this with more action from Panther Stadium.
Man, he's tough. Turn the neck.
Home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium on the campus of Ohio Dominican University, just outside Columbus, Ohio. 4th down, Ernst drops back, fires over the middle, incomplete. The Rams defense comes through with a huge stop. They wanted Turner. He wants a flag. There's none on the field, and the Rams will take over on offense. I think he might have been short anyway. I mean, I don't know if Turner got to the sticks, but it doesn't matter. A great pass breakup results in the stop.
The Rams defense looked like they got there a little bit early. That's what that Panthers sideline was rooting for. The referees, they're not going to get involved this part in the game. They're going to let the players decide it out on the field. And good job by that Rams secondary to answer the call on that one. So far, that Rams defense has been stout, and they've answered the bell each and every time that they've been asked upon.
So 28-23, 4:47 to go in this one. A chance for the Rams to kind of close it out. Make this the final possession of the game. Ronnie Brown, big hole to the right side, across the 40, across midfield, down the sideline, 30, 20, Brown still on his feet, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Shepherd. Ronnie Brown takes it to the house. That will put the doors on that one. I don't know what I'm going for, but that will end this one pretty much.
You mentioned it, big left tackle, Eric Ostro, the grad student, 6'3", 295, opened up a huge gaping hole and gave that entire sideline to Ronnie Brown. And once he's able to get into space, he's going to take it on his own and able to punch it in and finish off the drive. But you can just tell there was a big mental letdown, not converting on that fourth down. The defense comes out, and they're a little bit lacking. The Rams able to use that running game to help themselves out yet again here in the fourth quarter.
And
that's when the running
pretty
game
much puts it away there. 37. Now make it 38-23 with 4:36 to go. We'll be back in 60 seconds after this.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
4:36 to go in this one. Nick Verzolini, Travis Smith, happy to have you with us as the kick is away after the Ronnie Brown touchdown run. And the return is taken out to, still on his feet, all the way out to the 20-yard line. So 4:29 to go in this one, Travis. And wow, Ronnie Brown, a great touchdown run there and one-play drive there. And, I mean, I was looking to burn the clock, but Ronnie Brown said, hey, I'll get 6, and I'll put this one pretty much away.
Yeah. Took it upon himself to go ahead and put the game on his shoulders, but the Rams going to that running game. And, again, you have a young running back there. You don't use him a lot, so when you put him in on the offensive side of the ball, you really have to give him the ball because you're not sure what he's going to do if you ask him to do other things. So put him in his comfort zone. He seemed to settle down quite nicely here to close this game out.
So we have 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Straight drop back by Ernst. So fire far sideline, incomplete.
This Panthers offense has not tried to challenge this Rams secondary too much. You don't know whether it's just showing respect for the talent that they have on the back end of the defense or showing that fear of that pressure that they're getting up front. Both would be understandable.
Yeah, the Rams defense, I mean, they just fly the football with so much intensity. And it's been a lot of bend but don't break in this game. That's been kind of the difference. The big plays for Shepard on the other end, and this is going to be a pass interference. Looking at Turner down the far sideline. So that will help out.
Yeah, they really not trying to challenge Shepard deep. And usually when you say it's a case of pick your poison, a lot of times you talk about that with a team on offense. But in this case, it's for the Rams defense. You got to pick your poison. Do you try to go downfield against those fabulous athletes that they have on the back end, or do you try to force it against those guys, and then you have to contend with that rush that they have up front?
35-23, 4:19 to go in this fourth quarter. Ohio Dominican with the football. Ernst fires incomplete. Looks like a miscommunication there on that play. Not really certain who he was looking for. I mean, he was under pressure, so that probably had something to do with it.
Yeah, he takes a big shot on this play, and you can tell that this Panthers offense is really out of their element now. They're more of a methodical, marching the ball down the field. They're not comfortable trying to attack teams vertically and get downfield.
35-23 our score. 4:15 to go in this fourth quarter. Ernst in the shotgun. Rams leading here on the road at Ohio Dominican. What's been a really fun ball game on this Thursday night. Ernst now looking to run. He'll slide across the 40-yard line. So the clock runs under 4 minutes to go in this one. Big thanks to Matt Miller, our camera operator, Spencer Dupuy back in the studio, and Colin McLaughlin down on the sidelines for this ball game. Ernst straight drop back, steps up, he's going down again. All the way back at the 27, Malik Holloway in there with the sack.
And again, you pick your poison. Do you try to throw the ball down there and go against those talented defensive backs and put your quarterback at risk of catching the rush? It's a defense that it complements itself with the pass rush, the speed to take care of the run, excellent play on the back end, just a well-built defense. Talented players across the board, well coached.
35-23, 3 minutes to go. High punt. Rams will just wave it off, don't touch it, and let it roll. And that might have been kind of the wrong decision, as it rolled all the way down to, I think, the 1.
Good punt. That's what you were wanting. So you're hoping that you get that quick 3 and out, get the ball back, and maybe take some shots.
So we'll take a quick 30-second break and be back with more after that.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
To go in this fourth quarter, 35-23. Bagent's looking to throw. Bagent finds Beach just outside the end zone. Beach sheds off one man across the 10, the 20, and still on his feet. That's a great play to get them out of that backed up situation. First down and more. And, now, Travis, you can pretty much just run out this clock and, put this one away.
That was it. That time, Bagent taking his time, being patient in the end zone, showing that veteran savvy. He's got ice water in his veins because he stayed back there. The rush was getting close to him. And he threw it to the hot hand all night. It's been Beach all night long.
And about 2:20 to go in this one now. They'll run it up the right side behind right guard. Different running back. We have 28, I believe it is, for the Rams.
It's like Avon Hawley. That's what it says on our roster. Sometimes the numbers are duplicates, and sometimes guys change, and sometimes we don't have the best advantage to see who
Yeah, I
it
wasn't
is.
certain exactly what the number was, but it looked like maybe a 28 or 26. I'm not sure. But anyway, we got second down after a 1-yard pickup. Second down and 9. Clock will roll here under a minute 30 or so when they snap the football. Bagent with Brown back in the backfield. They'll give it to Brown. Brown stutters in the hole and doesn't find much room as he cuts it back up the middle after looking to go originally to the outside. So burn another 40 seconds here unless we have a timeout.
There you go. Dale's in on the tackle yet again.
And they are going to take
solid
a timeout
throughout the night.
So 35-23, we'll take another 60-second break and we'll be back with more after this.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve. That's what we mean by treating you like family.
It's up looking deep for Greg Leonard, incomplete. I mean, that would have really put this one
Yeah, I'm surprised the Rams are still taking shots this late in the game.
I don't know. You can burn another 40 seconds if you run it there. The only thing I'm thinking is maybe they think, well, we fire it deep down the field, we get a catch, first down, game's completely over.
Yeah.
Instead of having to punt it back.
And it's usually never a bad idea to put the ball in Bajan's hands.
That's a good point. He's certainly proven that tonight, and as he has throughout his career at Shepherd, and it's been fun to see this game. And
put the ball in his hands, good things usually tend to happen.
You're going to go for it here? Can Bajan punt?
He has. He will punt. He can
they
pooch
might
it.
go for that here.
He can pooch it.
Because I can't imagine you would give them the ball. Yeah, he's going to punt. There you go.
I believe last year he had one punt for 42 yards.
I mean, that means at least 2 of the college quarterbacks in the state of West Virginia can punt, because I've seen Grant Wells punt as well for Marshall. So
usually when you have your quarterbacks, they were usually the best athletes on their team when they were in high school.
yeah, it's a good punt, too. I was like, no way would they give it to him, or potentially give it to him on their own, like 20-something yard line or whatever it was, with a 12-point lead. I mean, that's too close to do that, because onside kick, all of a sudden you have a chance to tie. So, yeah, beautiful punt, backs it all the way back to the 24. First down and 10 for the Panthers, as they can kind of just close this one out. Shepherd looking to start the year 1-0, get revenge on that loss from 2 years ago. Kyle Smith providing pressure here on the outside. That pass nearly broken up by Cheney, but then caught for the first down by James Morgan. So we roll down to about a minute to go.
Clock stops on the first down,
Right.
so they have a chance to get up there before the referees wind up the clock.
Ernst looking to fire deep down the sideline.
Pretty ball.
Nice catch, too. That's Morgan once again with the reception.
Cheney on the coverage. He's looking for the offensive pass interference call, but the referees, again, letting them play here in the second half. And there's a little pushing and shoving going both ways on that one. James Morgan going up and getting it. It's been quiet tonight.
Ernst looking to throw again. Fires. Nice catch on the sideline.
Oh, they're going to give him that.
I mean, I thought he had to have got at least 1 foot in, right?
Oh, it looked like that one elbow came down out of bounds.
I don't know. It was close. They had definitely a better angle than we did down on the field.
True.
44 seconds to go. Ernst in the gun. He'll look to throw again. Fires end zone. Incomplete. That
He
should
just
be
pushed him
PI.
down.
Hey, I mean, you might as well, right?
Tyron McDade just mushes him out of bounds.
Because
on
it's
that one.
either touchdown or push him out and give him pretty much no yardage.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to change the position of the ball any, so why not? Make him play it out, make him earn it.
This is our fourth quarter here. Final 41 seconds. Shepherd leads 35-23. Ernst in the gun, fires again, same play, corner of the end zone, trying to go Odell Beckham with it, but can't haul it in.
And Davis is, you usually see the bigger, taller wide receivers that go up for those type of catches, but Davis is not that big a guy, wide receiver. 5'11", 180 pounds.
Yeah.
Not the usual big trees you see out there running, trying to go up and get those fades in the back of the end zone, but he runs them, and he runs them well.
He might be one of the bigger receivers on this team.
Yeah.
So, got to do what you got to do, I guess. 3 receivers to the far side. Ernst under center. And we have a flag coming in. Or maybe a timeout. Yeah, timeout by Shepherd. So we'll take another quick break, and we'll be back with more. 35-23, 60-second timeout, and we'll be back with more from Ohio Dominican.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
He drives, he shoots, he missed, he missed!
Oh man, got the chips.
We'll be right back.
Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
It's in the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial. We got fourth quarter, 37 seconds left. Rams lead 35-23. Fire end zone touchdown, Ohio Dominican.
David Turner on the catch. Had that bunch lined up out wide. Ernst sends one of his wide receivers in motion. They wanted to go outside on that play. The second option was Turner coming in over the end zone, and that safety having to step up and take care of Ernst's running threat. And Ernst was able to drop that dime right in the back of the end zone to give another touchdown for this Panthers offense.
35-29, 34 seconds to go. And the extra point here by Quackenbush is good. So that'll make it 35-30, 34 seconds. And Travis will probably see an onside kick, so, you know, not quite over, even though it seemed like that Ronnie Brown touchdown pretty much put it away. If they were somehow able to recover this onside kick, you know, obviously Ohio Dominican would have a chance.
What you see is the Ohio Dominican coaches really believing in their players, and the players really believing in their coaches. So the coaches are saying, if you're not going to give up on this game, we're not going to give up on this game, and we're going to keep calling plays as if we got a shot. As long as there's still time on that clock, and we're here in front of our home fans, we're going to fire every bullet in the gun.
And now you start to wonder, you know, about clock management when Shepard goes deep on that one play instead of maybe taking another 40 seconds. I mean, game would be over right now.
You'd probably be at least looking at maybe like 15 seconds or so.
So, and good clock management on the other side by Ohio Dominican to really manifest that drive, quickly get down the field and get the touchdown. So 35-30, onside kick, we would presume, is coming here.
There we go. Hands team out there for the Rams.
And this is your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't really seen players starting a 4-point. Kind of a little bit rare, I feel like. As the Panthers go for the onside kick and a flag comes in. That's going to be an offsides, yeah.
Oh, okay. Shepard wanted to see how they lined up. They called the timeout. Now they know what they're going to try to hit them with. A little gamesmanship here at the end.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well. You have the timeouts. Use them here. I mean, at this point, you know, no timeout really does anything for you if you're Shepard, so you take advantage of it with the clock already stopped.
You're right. You can't take them home with you.
Yeah. We'll wait for this onside kick here, but it's been a thrilling contest, Travis, and then make certain to stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll kind of wrap things up here, and then I think we might send it to Spencer. I'd have to confirm with him because not really a whole lot going on, so he might have a brief, maybe high school preview or something on the other side, but we'll see. 35-30. 34 seconds to go in this one. Here comes the onside kick. So we saw what Ohio Dominican did. Got your timeout in there, and here we go. This is the ball game. If Shepard recovers, it's over. If Ohio Dominican recovers, it's still got a chance. Ball kind of bouncing around. It's going to be close. I honestly could not quite tell. I think.
Oh, Ohio Dominican gets it.
Oh, my gosh. When you see it bounce a few times, Travis, you get worried if you're a Shepard player.
So usually what you want that ball to run along the carpet, then it gets that big hop. That's usually what you're hoping for. On that one, it was just the opposite. You got the big hop, and then it ran along the carpet, and it stayed low, and that front line wasn't able to get it. You see those players in the 4-point stance coming up. That's what they wanted because they wanted to get that extra jump to go to that second level to recover the onside kick. Tell you what, you see something new every day.
There's not too many times when the kicker gets love, right? He makes a game-winning field goal and an onside kick, and they're loving Quackenbush here on the sideline. So here we go. I mean, this game is far from over now. Straight drop back. Ernst looking near sideline, caught and out of bounds. Goes James Morgan.
Looks like a pass interference call against Ohio Dominican.
Oh, that's huge.
I wonder, is that a runoff?
Yeah, I'm not certain on the college rule there. Because that was a first down out of bounds with Morgan. So clock would have stopped. But with that penalty going against the Panthers, that's huge. Legal man downfield and a pass interference. So 2 penalties you can't have. They didn't say any clock runoff. With 26 seconds left. 35-30, Shepherd leading. Nail biter here at Panther Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. McPherson, Travis Smith, happy to have you with us for what's been a thrilling game from start to finish. These two teams just keep going at each other, and with the onside kick recovery, Ohio Dominican has a chance to steal a win here at home against Shepherd after it looked like it was pretty much over just a few minutes ago. Here's a dump down to Whitaker. Whitaker across the 30, 35. Still on his feet, 36. But that's perfect for Shepherd. Not a first down. Keep the ball in the middle of the field, too.
Then you got to get those wide receivers all the way back down the field that are running deep routes.
12 seconds now, 10. They spike it with 10 seconds.
Young running back just trying to make a play, not having that type of situational awareness at the end of the game. You've picked up some yards. Wasn't the ideal situation, but you need to get out of bounds.
What do you think they maybe try to get here? Probably something deep sideline, I would think, to try to get it on the other side of the 50, and then you take your Hail Mary, or at least midfield, because you can't throw it from here, obviously, I don't think.
It's tough because you face that dilemma. The longer routes take longer to get the ball off, and that rush is getting in your face, but looks like Shepherd is playing coverage as opposed to rushing, only sending 2 down linemen and 1 guy out of a 2-point stance.
They still get pressure on Ernst. He steps up, fires, caught on the sideline. He did get out of bounds with 4.7 seconds. That was caught by Austin Davis.
Tell you what, he makes a living making those sideline catches.
So, I mean, this is probably in range for the Hail Mary. It's going to be spotted at the 48-yard line. Ohio Dominican now with 4.7 seconds will look for the miracle play.
Send some heat. You can't just sit back. Just bad things happen when you sit back. You've been getting pressure on him all night. Send some heat, make him make a decision.
Well, it doesn't look like they're going to do that, Travis. So 4 seconds. We got 4th down. This is the game right here. Ernst under some pressure will roll out to the left. He'll hail it up well shy of the end zone. It's intercepted, and Shepherd's going to win the football game. It was well short of the end zone anyway, but it picked off. That is 18. You have a name there, Travis?
That's the name with the score.
Here, I got you. We got number 18, Lek Powell. That's who we. Frankie Stevens.
Frankie Stevens.
Yeah, Lek Powell's a quarterback, so I doubt he was playing defensive back there. But yeah, Shepherd holds on there in what ended up being a nail biter and a great football game here on this Thursday night.
Absolutely, just everything it was advertised to be. You have teams that both have national recognition, teams that both have postseason aspirations, and that's what it came out to turn out to look out. It turned out to be was a playoff type atmosphere. Both teams not wanting to walk away. Shepherd keeping the pedal to the metal for all 4 quarters. The Panthers not giving up on this game, calling all the timeouts, pulling all the tricks out of the bag. So, football fans tonight, you certainly got your money's worth. Awesome football. Glad to be back.
It was a lot of fun. 35-30 our final score. We'll take a 3-minute break, and then we'll have the post-game show on the other side of that break. Once again, a 3-minute break here from Panther Stadium.
He drives, he shoots, he missed, he missed.
Oh, man. Got the chips.
We'll be right back.
Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
How we used to change
The right attorney can make all the difference in the
How we used to change the channel.
Honey, can you change the channel?
Sure.
How we used to order food.
What can I get you, honey?
Download the new Rocks app and order your favorite food for pickup.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
It's the Postgame Show, as we recap the scoring, bring you stats and analysis, scores from around the PSAC and Super Region 1, the Division 1 Top 25, and the latest on the West Virginia University Mountaineers and Marshall University Thundering Herd. Let's get it started as we go back to the field and rejoin our TV10 broadcast team.
Got about 15 seconds.
Okay.
We get stats or no? Probably not yet.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium. A 35-30 win for the Shepherd University Rams. Nick Verzolini, Travis Smith here on the post-game show. A fun win for the Rams, and we're about to send it down to Colin, who has Coach McCook here in just a moment. I will send it to him when he officially has him for his post-game interview. As we keep our eye on Colin there.
Thank
you. And we get our stats, which then will wrap things up. And 35-30 win for the Rams here in the season opener, Travis. A key win.
Absolutely. And you have postseason aspirations. You need to be able to pull out tough games like this on the road. So hats off to the Rams, and a very good game by the Panthers as well.
All right, now we'll send it down to Colin with Coach Ernie McCook.
Thank you, Nick and Travis. Down here with Coach McCook. First off, congrats on the first win. Finally back on the field. How's it feel to start 1-0, Coach?
Oh, man, it's awesome to be on the field again. Play a game. What a tough ball game it was today with two good football teams battling out. You know, I just told our team, we've been working our butts off for the last 2 years. And I've always described this group of kids as having a tremendous amount of grit. And I think they showed that today. You know, they had their backs against the wall in a lot of different scenarios. And they just kept fighting and battling and didn't quit. And that's the grit of this football team. We're going to continue to battle. We're going to try and get better each and every week, and we're ready to go after and play games.
All right. What do you want to tell the fans back home watching right now?
Thanks for Ram Nation. Appreciate all the support. You guys that are watching, you're with us. We got a great group of kids that if you're a Ram Nation fan, or a Shepherd football fan, you got a lot of guys that you can be proud of. And I'm awful proud of this football team. I'm proud of our coaches, our players, everybody involved in this thing. It is a hell of a group. Great way to start off the season 1-0. And we had some errors, mistakes, and we're going to get after them. We're going to come to work on Sunday and be ready to go next time we play a ball game.
Beach had a big game today. What are your comments on his performance?
He's been pretty electric since he showed up last fall. Worked hard in the fall and the spring, and where we are today, it didn't surprise us. We knew he was a special player. But Greg Leonard was awful good. Josh Polis made some plays. Alex Wetzel, Brian Walker, the O-line, Ronnie Brown stepping up, on the offensive side of the ball. But the defense, you talk about guys like Ricky Robinson, Juwan Addison, Kyle Smith. What a big game Kyle had. The linebackers that played. Frankie Stevens had the last pick there. Chris Lane, Kendall Duckworth, her first game in a Ram uniform. And Ponce de Leon, Antonio Fox, the corners, Tyron McDade, John Chaney. We got some work ahead of us, but those dudes, and they just came to play. And it's a great group of kids, and we got our work cut out for us. But, man, I know I love this football team. Everybody else, if you don't love us, you should join us.
I definitely am joining you guys. Congrats on the win. Let's send it back up to Nick and Travis in the press box, guys.
Thanks, Colin. Good stuff down there on the sideline with Coach McCook. We're kind of in the middle of the field at that point. But Palace Lounge post-game show. Nick Verzolini, Travis Smith here on the post-game show. Travis will kind of take a look back at some of the scoring in this game and the numbers. And then we'll take a break, and then we'll kind of get your awards for the game. But we'll start, I guess, with the Rams. And we talked a lot about the rushing attack in the first half not really getting going. It ends up being a solid day for Ronnie Brown, 8 carries, 82 yards, but 63 coming on that big touchdown run. So, again, running the football probably going to be something that they need to work on moving forward. But, to have that big run toward the end, that could maybe build some confidence in the O-line and Brown in the backfield.
And that's kind of how the running game really started to get traction last year when they had the big game versus Lockhaven. So sometimes you just need that identity to emerge in the running game, get some confidence up front. That running back settles down, understands what the coaches are asking of him when they send those plays in for him. And you really notice the change in the momentum of the game is Shepherd really took control of the game when they decided that they were going to run the ball. Because at that point, the Panthers' defense really had no answer for them. So that running game, I think, really proved to be the difference down the stretch.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, obviously the huge run there kind of what we thought closed the door on a comeback, but then all of a sudden Ohio Dominican rallies back. Let's take a look back at the scoring for you. If you didn't see the entire game, Ohio Dominican gets on the board first with the Austin Davis 4-yard touchdown reception from Evan Ernst, the quarterback. That put them up 7-0 with 5:19 to go in the first quarter. Just a few moments later, Greg Leonard caught a 43-yard touchdown from Tyson Bagent to make it 7-7. A Quackenbush 36-yard field goal gave Ohio Dominican a 3-point lead at 10-7. Ryan Beach then scored a 5-yard touchdown from Bagent to put the Rams back up 14-10. Travis Whitaker scored a 5-yard touchdown, make it 17-14. Ryan Beach scores a 45-yard touchdown. Rams regained the lead at that point at 21-17. A couple of Quackenbush field goals in the third and fourth quarter make it 23-21. Leonard then scores his second touchdown of the game, a 7-yard reception from Bagent, 28-23. Ronnie Brown, a 63-yard touchdown run, put it 35-23 with 4:36 to go. We thought it might be over, but then David Turner caught a 2-yard touchdown reception with 34 seconds to make it 35-30. And then the onside kick was recovered, but a huge penalty on that final drive kind of negated any chance for Ohio to make it.
Awesome game from start to finish, and you really can't praise both of these teams enough. I think you saw a lot of good things from both sides of the ball for both teams, so good seasons coming up.
Yeah, definitely. As we look back Some more Ohio Dominican stats. Frederick Pitts with 10 carries for 51 yards. Travis Whitaker, 18 carries, 50 yards, and a score. That was the ground game for Ohio Dominican. Evan Ernst, 29 of 44, 2 touchdowns. He was sacked 4 times. Bajent was 26 of 37 for 346 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, those are great numbers. He did throw a pick as well. Both quarterbacks threw a pick. But, I mean, it's almost expected for him to go for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns at this point.
Absolutely. He played an outstanding game today and just really set the tone for that Rams offense. When that running game wasn't clicking, he was the one that was supplying the offense, dealing it out to all those athletes out on the perimeter and letting them make plays.
So then we go to the wide receivers. Ryan Beach, 11 catches, 129 yards, 2 scores, including a 45-yard touchdown. Greg Leonard, 5 catches, 90 yards, 2 scores, a 43-yard touchdown. On the other side of things for Ohio Dominican, David Turner, 10 catches, 34 yards. So only 3.4 yards of reception, but he made an impact. Travis Whitaker, the running back, had 6 catches for 50 yards. James Morgan, 5 catches, 105. Austin Davis, 5 catches, 42 yards, and a score. The other stats that stand out, Chris Lane has 12 tackles for the Rams. Dawson Dales, the linebacker for Ohio Dominican, has 14 tackles. Antonio Fox had 11. Juwan Addison had 7. And, of course, the 3 sacks from Kyle Smith. So a complete performance for the Rams. And I think, really, I mean, even though they gave up 30 points, it really was more so how talented this offense was and kind of being put in some tough situations than a poor performance from the Rams defense.
Absolutely. The Rams defense, they really did an awesome job, and they really kept Ohio Dominican in a box today. That's a potent offense, and they really made them play conservative with that pressure that they were able to get up front. Athletes making play on the back end of plays and on the back end of the defense. So that's a very tough defensive unit. Lost Farmer earlier in the game, and that kind of shortened that rotation, and you saw that defensive front get a little tired down the stretch, but every single time when they needed a stop, that Rams defense was there to give it to them.
So with that, we'll take a quick break. On the other side of that break, we'll get Travis's awards for the game. You're listening to the Palace Sounds postgame show. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at
Orsinis.com.
I picked Shepherd University because I'm not just a number.
One of the things that surprised me is how friendly everyone is.
I like being able to walk down the street and have the professors recognize me by name.
I'm constantly learning.
It also has taught me so much about myself and about what I want to do with my future.
The location at Shepherd is amazing.
Cities like Washington, D.C., Baltimore are only about an hour and a half away.
You just got to see it. Once you see it, it just takes your heart.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
Got a daggone tickle in my throat there at the end. I don't know what the hell that was.
All right, we're coming back, I think. Welcome back to the Palace Lounge post-game show. Nick Versley, Travis Smith here from Panther Stadium. The Rams get the win 35-30 over the Ohio Dominican Panthers. And Travis, we'll get to your awards. Start with the electrifying play of the game brought to you by Orsini's.
The electrifying play of the game for me was the 45-yard touchdown by Ryan Beach. Really stepped up and played huge tonight. Overall, 11 catches, 129 yards for 2 touchdowns. But that electrifying play, 45-yard touchdown, really gave that Shepherd offense a boost.
All right, that's your electrifying play of the game brought to you by Orsini's Home Store. Not just an appliance store any longer. 360 Hack Wilson Way, Martinsburg, Orsini's.com. How about your Cody's Auto Body collision of the game?
Collision of the game, that's going to go to defensive end Kyle Smith. He had 3 sacks on the night, but that 3rd sack where he switched sides coming off on the second half where he switched over. He's usually on the right, switched over to the left, and he really came in untouched and delivered a really big shot on quarterback Evan Ernst. So that's my collision right there is Kyle Smith.
Again, that's brought to you by Cody's Auto Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for jobs done by experienced certified technicians. Phone 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page, the Cody's Body Shop collision of the game. And then finally, your player of the game brought to you by Smallwood Small Insurance.
No secret here. Player of the game is going to Tyson Bagent, completing 26 of 37 passes for 70% on the night, 346 yards and 4 touchdowns. He did have the pick, but those 4 touchdowns, and Bagent was able to hold the fort until that Rams running game was able to get some traction there late in the game. But play of the game, Tyson Bagent all the way.
I mean, yeah, you could have gone Ryan Beach, but I'm with you. I think you spread the awards around a little bit, kind of like Bagent spread the love around tonight with his 4 touchdowns, 2 of them to 2 different guys, scoring 2 different or 2 guys scoring 2 touchdowns each. So that was your player of the game, brought to you by Smallwood Small Insurance, presented on TV 10 in Martinsburg. Your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Phone 304-263-3361. So, Travis, any final thoughts on this one before we wrap up the Palace Lounge postgame show?
I got to echo the sentiment that Coach McCook left us with, is that you're very happy to come here in a tough place to get a win against a very good football team. You're happy to get that win, but you also see that you got some things to fix moving forward. This is a team that has postseason aspirations, so there's some things that they're going to have to clean up. And, again, they had a longer layoff than what Ohio Dominican had coming into tonight's game. Ohio Dominican had that 6-game spring season, and you could tell they came in, they were a little bit more comfortable. The nerves weren't getting to them. Look over at Shepherd, they only had the 1 spring game. The nerves were present early on. The timing wasn't right, the chemistry wasn't quite right, but as the game wore on and they got more confidence and got more comfortable with each other, I think you really saw what this Rams offense is going to be capable of throughout this year. And the Rams defense is just unbelievable. They're lights out. They're a good group. They gave a lot of points tonight, but it wasn't from bad plays. It was just, you got to give credit to that Panthers offense.
A 35-30 win for the Shepherd University Rams. We'll have more football for you tomorrow. It's high school football as Martinsburg travels to Musselman for a great game, or what should be a great game, in the Mountain State. Matt Miller and Spencer Dupuis will have the call for that one. Again, that's a 6 p.m. pregame show, followed by a 7 p.m. kickoff from Musselman High School. Looking forward to that one. Spencer Dupuis, you'll hear from him in just a few moments on what is the Home Helpers Home Care of Martinsburg postgame scoreboard show. He's got some updates in the PSAC along with some other college football, I'm sure, as well. So we'll send it to Spencer. And after a few breaks, that's it here from Panther Stadium. 35-30. We'll be back next week as the Rams travel to Gannon. Thank you for tuning in on TV 10.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance. With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Welcome in to the postgame scoreboard show brought to you by Home Helpers Home Care of Martinsburg, serving the tri-state area.
You've been watching play-by-play coverage of NCAA Division II football featuring the Shepherd University Rams and the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Today's telecast has been brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance, Milestone Realty, the Sutton and Janelle Law Firm, Orsini's Home Store, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Palace Lounge, and the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm. TV 10 Sports thanks you for watching today's presentation of Shepherd University Rams football. All rights reserved.
I picked Shepherd University because I'm not just a number.
One of the things that surprised me is how friendly everyone is.
I like being able to walk down the street and have the professors recognize me by name.
I'm constantly learning.
But it also has taught me so much about myself and about what I want to do with my future.
The location at Shepherd is amazing.
Cities like Washington, D.C., Baltimore are only about an hour and a half away.
You just got to see it. Once you see it, it just takes your heart.